gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield that Harrod is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. Even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down, triple onto the group prize. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the baiting of the veteran, as well as it will be a Savage, but Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming Showdown. From
Aura walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely farmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
Is coming in for another invasion. Now Veteran is getting chunked down. 3 falls down there. Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, but is getting a lot of damage from the air, but Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness, a little bit of overextension will be punishing. And now we see Koto double on.
Busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not at all a Luminous Lord. Not at all an Infernal Lord. It's a Luminous Lord. It does have the sustain. Look at it. Lord is getting all those damages, but it will get defended for sure. But the spatial migration with the proper goes in there. Look at the damage coming in from the behind. It's Kyra, but it will be a slain onto Lincoln Park. Bazooka fire. Double kill Krolo. Kyra goes down as well. That will be the inhibitor securance. And now you just have 2 of the members remaining. Can you defend it all the way? But that will be another stun coming in. Baksha is getting busted down. Immortality popped up. Lilia comes in for the burst. And this will be the high loss falling down. But Lilia does have some sense here. Will be taking out, but the lockdown on the base is happening. And One Soul Legacy with an epic comeback. From a deficit to a win.
Cracky. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Hook Gaming Showdown, brought to you by none other than Hook Gaming and sponsored by MOBA Legends 5v5. So, today, once again, we will be back with the lower bracket best of one series. And tonight, the first match is going to be between Team One Soul Legacy going up against the Curse. So, on to the casting decks, it's going to be me, Itami, onto the left. And joining me today is going to be one of the most renowned casters and as well as one of the best female casters I know. It is going to be Sarah. So, hi, Sarah, how are you doing? It's been a while since we have been onto the caster.
Indeed, Itami, and thank you for the welcome. And honestly, this tournament has been a pretty banger series of matches that we have seen so far. We've seen top teams getting knocked out and underdog teams rising up to the challenge, and it has honestly been a pretty good series so far. And tonight we are actually having the lower bracket games, and one of the teams for the first match tonight as the draft begins, and you will be able to see is the team which qualified from the lower bracket finals. Sorry, from the open qualifiers to the top 16 of the major stage of MS3. And right now, they are here in the lower bracket and against One Soul Legacy, which is one of the rising underdog teams of India. And we should be able to see a pretty interesting games right now. And I think Itami will be back in a second. But as the draft progresses, yep, Itami, take over.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for covering up. And of course, One Soul Legacy as well as the Curse have already started out with the banning phases. It's pretty much the regular ones. These are the heroes which we have been seeing up quite onto the patch. And it is the Glue as well as the Phobius, followed by the Marcel and the Paquito. So priority bans are definitely there. Lilia is something we don't often see, or maybe they are planning out for the utility jungler so that it will be able, it would be easier to deal out against the Lilia. So if the Lilia is not available, then definitely they will be going out for something that is more objective based at least.
Exactly. So, and we were talking about the bands, the Phobius, Glue, and Lilia. Once again, pretty decent bands. The Lilia is a bit of a target ban, I feel like, at this point. And Surma, as far as I remember, he is pretty proficient on the Grok. And the side of Team One So Legacy is well aware of that fact, and they are definitely not going to be giving away that grok at all. The Curse, meanwhile, they've taken out Marcel, Bakito, and Akai, and the first pick immediately is going to be the Baxia. The new patch has banned out this hero, but he is still very, very strong onto the jungle, and the second pick is going to be the Freya, which can still be flexed onto both the EXP as well as the gold lanes.
I agree. And the Freya right now, I think she's more comfortable onto the EXP at least. And once a legacy, they can still respond out with the utility jungler. Let's see what's gonna happen actually.
That's the thing. And to counter the Baxia and Freya, I feel like a carry pick is very mandatory in these kind of situations. You could also try and go in for the Kaja or the Kalia, which work pretty well with Gord. And another thing is the Belleric that can be picked up in these kind of situations. Sometimes it works out in the to counter the Baxia when he dives in, but yeah, looks like they're going to be locking in the carry immediately along with the Guinevere. So they're securing their jungle pick because they know that the Guinevere is a priority ban these days into the jungle phase. So right now the Curse don't need to worry about banning out that Gwyn and Fredrin into a second phase. What they do need to worry about is actually trying to counter that carry, and as we think about it, it's immediately a Claude pick coming in from their side. Till Tami is back, let's just discuss to the pros and cons. I would say the Gord and Guinevere makes an amazing combo here, but then again, the Freya can dive into the back line and it can amazingly work out to disrupt the Gord while he is casting the Mystic Gush. As that happens, One Soul Legacy can definitely make it work if they go in for the the ambush kind of gameplay. They can just camp in the bushes, they can wait for the setup coming in from the Guinevere, and I'm quite sure that the Kalia is going to be the ban coming in from the side of the Curse. That's usually what happens in these situations. And if the Kalia gets banned out, then a lot of the drop for the side of One Soul Legacy, I think, will be revolving around the Guinevere only, and they will need to work it out and figure out what they want to pick up into towards their jungle. So let's just see how it works out for either of these teams right now. And there seems to be a little bit of a technical glitch. And Tami, if you're back, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you so much for covering up, Sarah. Okay, now I guess from my side as well, it is pretty much okay-ish. If possible, please could you update me with the draft?
The thing is, the side of One Soul Legacy, they have picked up the Gord, Carrie, and Guinevere, while the side of the Curse have taken up the Baxia, Freya, and the Claude. The Before the second banning phase begins, we will be waiting for, you know, the technical pause to be over.
Okay, thank you for clearing it out for me. And of course, like the Claude has been picked out from the other side, so I believe like four marksmen are the ones who have been shining up right now. That is the Claude Carry, as well as the Harith, and maybe even sometimes the Beatrix. So the fighter golden is, the probability is really really low, at least for now. But onto the roam, if it is not banned out, then Marcel could have been the priority, but it has been the first banned priority. So either for the side of these teams, the biggest issue is going to be this is not a BO3, so it is going to be only one game that is going to be the decider for them. And you know the spice more is going to be, it is a BO1, so you are on to the verge of elimination. So there is no lower bracket from here. So it is going to get pretty much dicey, whichever is onto the losing side. And looking at the drafts and everything, I believe like they decided to ban out more of the meta priority heroes, excluding the Lilia. Lilia, I think she's more onto the situational pick instead of the first pick priority. So Lilia was banned out from their side, so maybe they have decided out to pick out a utility junglers which can be more objective based when you go up against the Baxia. But onto this patch, when it comes out onto the utility junglers, more than Fredrin, I do see the Akai actually getting banned out more.
That's what I can see the vision too. But the thing is, uh, the Akai has already been taken out right into the first phase. That's what happened, and I feel like we probably will be going in for a redraft because there were some kind of issue. But yeah, they are just going to be going forward with the draft that was going on so far. And if we discuss about the side of Team One Soul Legacy, they have got their mid, jungle, and gold, while the side of Team The Curse have got their jungle, EXP, as well as gold. So the priority ban here is going to be, I feel, the roam and one or two of the EXP picks. Like there's a Guinevere on the side of One Soul Legacy, right? So they can definitely go in for a Kalia and Sora together with that. So I feel like Kalia and Sora should be the bans coming in from the side of the Curse, while One Soul Legacy will be the ones to ban out the tanky picks. Probably something like the Gatotkacha could work out, something like the Khalid could be taken out because Khalid usually does annoy the god quite a bit. And yeah, those are the possibilities. But no,
The,
okay.
okay. They decided to went out to the Matilda. Right now, Matilda has been quite of a priority, especially because of the support that has been buffed. She is not, she actually has a better pick rate compared to the Florin and the Angela, at least onto the tournaments. So she has been quite of a priority onto here as well. I have seen some Matilda games onto my casting as well, onto this Hook Gaming Showdown. So Matilda has been banned out, or maybe they might be needing out a Roma ban that is going to be a pick off. Like you said, the Kalia as well as the Sora could also be a priority for either of the sides. Regardless of the fact he has been nerfed, I still believe he is a very good EXP laner when it comes out onto sustaining as well as creating the chances for the side of your team with the cloud form. So it could be quite of a thing. And speaking of rumors, Sarah, on this patch, I mostly see the Atlas also getting picked out. So Atlas, one thing with the Atlas is if it is picked, you are forced out to go out the Purify sometimes.
That's what. That's the thing, no. And for a carry, especially, it is so difficult to be playing onto a Purify because you've got such a short range in the early game itself, and then you are suddenly told that nope, go in and go ahead with the Purify because we are going to be bombarding you with an Atlas plus a Baxia plus a Freya at the same time. So, very difficult situation for the carry here, I feel like, because even if she plays on the Purify, that Baxia and Claude are going to be having a field day because her team has no front line anymore. We were having such high expectations. When we are into the jungle, we're gonna see a Sora EXP, a Kalia in the roam. But hey, guess what? It's a Suyo in the jungle, and Guinevere is going to be playing in towards the EXP herself.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like the Guinevere, if you are playing out a sustained Guinevere, then the concentrated energy is the only attack item you need in order to get some decent amount of life steal. So rest are all going to be defense, like the brute force or maybe even the Queen's Wings. So the curse, I believe, like their draft is pretty much balanced, but the problem is, like you have already said it out, they don't have a proper frontliner. Atlas, he can do the front line. The problem is he's not that tanky, but the slowdown as well as the freeze would be available. But at the same time, also Legacy, I believe they have enough mobility to escape from there. Unless and until carry doesn't have problems with the positioning, they will be able to figure it out somehow. And One's legacy for a safe distance poking, they already have the god for the side, and the god has been quite of a priority at least onto this patch. Once he get the sky piercer or maybe even the glowing one, it depends upon you. How are you going to be playing it? If you are playing it out really aggressively as well as the main source of kill factor for the side of your team, then go out with the sky piercer first. And if it is not the case, then simply just go for the glowing one. You can play him how you want. And at the same time, if you ask me regarding the draft and everything, okay, that skin actually looks very good. That is the Chun-Li, if I'm
Oh,
not mistaken. And this is going to be a BO1 between One Soul Legacy
indeed.
and the Curse. They already have quite of a early game advantage, though, if you ask me.
I would actually agree with that because yeah, the early game into their hands is the reason is that they have got the Guinevere to set up, and then the Suyo can just come in and back up at the same time, and then they would be able to burst the people down. Because onto the side of the curse as well, they've got an Atlas, and if the Atlas is not on the tank emblem, I'm not sure which emblem he's using right now. It does show concussive blast, but the basic stats could be very well the support emblem for the cooldown reduction. If that happens, he is
Oh,
going to be pretty. Oh, okay, early game. Definitely some aggression coming in from the side of the curse, and that happens when you play too much of ranks. And this season has been all about invades by the enemy team. Your own team will never do it though, so be careful. But yeah, early game, Kimmy and Atlas, they can definitely go in for those invades. Yeah, that hurts.
yeah. And the problem is like because of the buff adjustment that has been done, the invades are a very common thing. But the problem is it forces you out the retribution. So instead of the lethal wanderer battles, there is going to be something else. Oh God.
Okay, God flickers out of that situation, and now Bliss is going to be the one getting targeted down. Good escape coming in from Mikoto into that situation, and they are definitely buying some time for themselves. But Surma being Surma, just annoying the heck out of the Grok as well as the Gord. And God here does not have his flicker anymore, so if he gets jumped, he is quite as sure as dead. He's trying to go in for a little bit of those minions, but yeah. Who's gonna give you minions when you're that low?
Absolutely, and for the curse, they will be out contesting out the turtle first. The Suyo is available actually. The SRT can do just the clutch steal, and they are trying to go in. SRT just gets it. There might be the engage though.
Engage indeed, and now Guinevere needs to look for a bit of a setup. Freya has already used up the ultimate. She is going to be lacking some of that CC immunity. But this fight, definitely a good win coming in by OSL as they stole away that turtle, I would say. And that does kind of give them a slight edge in recovering the farm that they had lost, but the curse is still leading.
Yeah, regardless of the fact they did got a turtle for this side, I think the other members are yet to scale up when it comes out onto the farm. So they're kind of lacking, but I believe they will be able to keep it up unless and until they don't actually give out some kills. So on to the first turtle fight, actually there was some resources getting baited out. Oh, spatial migration was used out, but no violet requiem combo actually goes out. I think the Guinevere doesn't actually has enough damage to take her down. The Kimmy is already quite low, just goes back right on time, and the lead still actually favorable for the side of Team Curse.
Indeed, it is favorable. That's the fact, because they are giving their Claude the time he needs to farm up. Plus, they have got the Kimmy onto the mid side, so the Sky Piercer stacks will be triggering every so often. Plus, he has got the Freya to zone away the enemy marksman and mid laner. Plus, he's got two tanky frontliners. So that's a huge win-win-win, triple win situation for the Kimmy as well as the Claude. Oh, bottom lane, Engage comes in. Spatial migration will be used up along with the Soul Saver. Oh, sorry, the Blade Sword, not the Soul Saver yet. And right now, they will be trying to zone the river area for the upcoming turtle.
Yeah, they will try their best onto this though, but I still believe like if One Soul Legacy are able to take down this one, then maybe the lead might just go out for their side, and they have the Suya for that in order to take down Tectonic Charge
Oh,
as well as the
indeed.
combo.
Beautiful combination coming in from the tectonic charge as well as the mystic gulch. Happy does fall into that situation, but there was absolutely no escape for Surma and Bliss from the constant stuns that were coming in. And Freya gets the ultimate. Oh no, Guinevere actually gets the jump this time. Even the vengeance is not enough to save the Freya from the situation. Blazing duet onto three people. Not the damage that's been coming on
Oh,
yet, but flawless. He manages to take down SRT, and Vips is going to be securing that turtle for himself.
quite flawlessly done, but you will be actually the carry will be able to land some hits onto that, but still I think that is a pretty much okay trade. Okay, attraction pulse did came up, but sadly I think the carry was able to escape quite on time. Happy is trying to get out enough vision, but this is once again a win situation for the side of Team Curse. But the thing is, the goal lead is not that massive compared to before. So One Soul Legacy are slowly but surely they are trying to keep it up, regardless of the fact they did lose out this Suyo, and that was actually a really good rotation coming up from Claude, able to use the Blazing Duet and able to get the kill onto the Jungler Fatal Links.
And yep, that's gonna be the engage coming in from the Atlas. Uses up the ultimate onto a tank though, but I feel like they're very confident on the fact that they can actually get the kill, and that's exactly what they do. So taking down the front line is one of the smartest strategies these teams love to use, even in ranks, as far as I have seen them. And it works out for them because they get the farm, they get the Skypius stacks, and that helps them in the long run. And that's exactly what's going to be happening in this situation. Blizz, look at him trying to mark down Bojack under that turret, but Bojack here, he's the one who needs to run. You can't really be defending that tower in the midst of three people. Oh no, Surma, he has to use up the first skill to escape, and both of the teams, they will be disengaging now.
Yeah, that was actually, good disengage coming up from Happy. If he was not able to arrive on time, maybe the tower would have been going down. Violet Rex, the vengeance from the Freya just gets baited out actually. So she just
Yeah.
goes back right on time. And once again, the turtle will be up onto the next few seconds. But there is the tectonic charge just being used out in order to just escape. So on to the next fight. The Grok won't be able to engage like he is supposed to do. Atlas still has his fatal links though.
Indeed, and that's a good bait of resources. Even the Freya doesn't have the vengeance to dive in far into the back line and try and get an engage out of that situation, but she just has the ultimate she can rely on to escape from the Atlas fatal links if she wants to. Where Atlas here definitely looking in for a flicker engage, but he'll be trying to mark down onto the Suyo. Grok misses out onto the
Oh,
tectonic charge. Blazing Duet comes in along with the fatal links, absolutely catches two people in the midst of the situation as Vip secures the turtle, and Surma is going to be getting a double, and that is an absolute wipeout coming in from the side of the Curse, except Carrie and Guinevere, because Guinevere left the fight early and Carrie was busy taking down the tower on the top side.
oh.
But oh, okay, Guinevere, that's a one kill for you. But now, how do you escape this situation? You definitely don't. Oh, do
Oh,
you? Oh, you do. Oh, you do. Okay.
Spatial migration was able to save the day for her, and that's actually a crucial shutdown for the side of Team One Soul Legacy because the Kimmy already had some stacks onto the Sky PSR. Well, Carrie's isn't also used out, but that is quite of a defense coming up from the Guinevere. Actually, able to pull it off was quite commendable, but maybe One Soul Legacy might be trying out to backfire onto them, but still they don't have enough backup for that. So farming would be the key priority for either of the side. And speaking of farming as well as the itemization, the Claude, compared to the carry, look at the goal difference as well as the item advantage he has.
Absolutely, and that's the power of having a
Oh,
claw. Oh no, but the tectonic chart is here though. But the BMI, it's unavailable. But there's no backup for our beloved Mr. Grok, and SRT here somehow manages to escape as Claus absolutely charges in with the blazing duet, gets a double, gets back out with the BMI, and Suyo somehow manages to escape in the midst of it. But does he really manage to escape is the question, because the Baxia is absolutely chasing him down. But Freya, Atlas, and Baxia are here on the mid
oh,
side, targeting down the Guinevere. Despite her getting a two-man Violet Requiem, there is absolutely no backup coming in from the carry in any of the situations, and that's the disadvantage I told you, having such a short range.
definitely. And even if the Guinevere actually comes up with the Violet Requiem engage, it would go out futile if there is no proper backup for her side because the Guinevere is, at the end of the day, she is going to be playing onto a hybrid build. So the damage is not going to be enough. But the thing with her is she will be able to do the engages, but only issue is going to be unless and until your team is not able to keep up, it is going to be worthless. So the Lord will be up, and both of the teams will be trying to contest it out once again. But looking at the map control, already Curse has the advantage onto that because they have more towers. So getting out the vision is pretty much easier for their side. So the mid has also been taken down, so more visions for them. So if they decide to completely just go all out, this time they might be able to do it unless and until they have the cloud onto their fight, the damage will be done pretty much. So the major objective for the side of Team One Soul Legacy is trying to get down the cloud as soon as possible, because if he is able to farm up and get the itemizations before them, it is going to be troublesome.
Indeed, that's still going to be the whole problem for the side of One Soul Legacy. And the thing is that they are trying to over engage. They should just be waiting for the side of the
Uh-oh.
curse to be the one to engage first. And yeah, that's what I meant. Happy gets the tectonic charge a little too late because his main damage dealer is already out, and Carrie and Guinevere are in a world of their own somehow. And the curse seems to be not so interested in defending that tier 2 because they know that they've got the Lord, so they're just gonna be taking down the tier 2 plus the inhibitor on towards the top side, and that's exactly what they are planning to do at the moment, I feel like. And Carrie here needs to recall, but the Baxia, the wheelie along with the Freya,
Oh.
oh, Very close, man. Bro likes to live on the edge, man.
Definitely, and that was quite of an escape. The carry could have been crucial factor for the side of Team Curse if they were able to take her down, because the lane clearance would have been denied at least. So, but still, regardless of the fact, they have got most of the towers, and they pretty much will only be remaining with the inhibitor tower, and Happy will be forced to just go back. The problem is like the scaling coming up from the side of Team The Curse is way too high compared to One Soul Legacy. So the gold advantage is definitely showing, and the plus point is it is onto the Goldina that has a bounty. So he is one of the major damage dealer for this side. And even if the Claude was not able to scale up, I believe like Surma would have been able to do it somehow, because she has the kill count as well as decent amount of stacks should be there onto the Sky Piercer. Only issue is she's getting picked off a lot because the Purify was kind of forced out because of the Grok as well as the Guinevere. So still, I still think like the Curse are able to have the upper hand onto the side for tower advantage already. They will just be waiting out for the next slot, or maybe wait out for One Soul Legacy to engage first.
That's what they should be waiting for, because if by chance as well the curse goes in and they don't find an engage, or somebody somehow manages to dodge the fatal links, and oh no no, but the bucks, yeah, into the bush of death, and that's it. But Surma dealing quite some damage right now. Bojack manages to get a kill, but he is going to be very low. Surma gets a triple. Bojack is caught out. That's a double for him, but the Freya is present, and the Freya will be finishing him off right then and there. Four men down in exchange for two of the tanks. Not the best of trades for both of these teams, and now it's only a Gord. He doesn't even have the Mystic Gush. He will be trying his best to defend the lane though, but the minions are still far away, so I feel like the threat has been diverted for now, but the goal lead is nearly around 7k in favor of side the curse.
Yeah, and the Lord is also about to arrive, and it would favor for their side as well. And the jungler is already back onto the land of Dawn. This is going to be an uncontested Lord, unless and until SRT actually tries to go in and makes up a clutch steal, he will be able to extend the game somehow. But the problem is he doesn't have enough vision to do that, and and Happy doesn't, actually would take up a chance to go all in onto this, because they're not leading onto the gold, and high chance is that even if they decided to just go in, they would have been losing out the members. So the better choice would just be wait out for the Lord and pull up a defense somehow. The Atlas can go all in with the Fatal Links. They will be having the Purifies right on time. Mikoto has the Flicker actually. So, the God could be one of the crucial things that team the Curse would actually try to mark in. Okay, but the Lord will be marching from the top side, and they will try their best to actually make up the lane sync so that they will make the most use of it. So is it going to be a game over, or so Legacy will actually be able to pull up another defense though?
That's what they
Oh,
should try to at least. Surma is the one getting targeted, but this time around, the Grok and the Guinevere, they absolutely get caught out into the fatal links, as Surma manages to secure a double. And now, Vips is going to be the one to try and get an engage, but the Lord is going to be charging down the top side. This time, they do not have the damage dealing as well as the front lining coming in from the Guinevere as well as the Grok, but they might still manage to take down the Lord somehow. And the side of Team The Curse, they need to find an engage as soon as possible. They've taken down all the inhibitors, but can they really finish off the base is the question. The Kimmy is trying to lock it down as fast as possible. Blazing Duet comes in, doesn't really hit anyone as everybody backs up at the right time, but SRT will get taken down, and Freya locks down the base at the very last moment, and it is going to be the Curse finishing it off and making their way in back to safety as one last soul fall apart for one last time.
absolutely. And this was quite of a dominating display coming up from this side. And it is going to be Team One Soul. No, it's not One Soul Legacy. It's the Curse actually that goes forward. And One Soul Legacy will be unfortunately eliminated from the tournament. And looking at the match highlights and everything, I think the Suyo was actually able to keep up when he got some of the neutral objectives. That was the turtle. The steals were quite crucial, but the problem was they were not able to keep up onto Flawless. I think this was actually flawless from Flawless, because he decided to rotate it out right from the top, clear it out, and got the jungler. So that is what gave them the lead from there. And team one soul legacy, they were not able to keep up onto that, and it just keep on extending for the side of Team Curse, and they were able to get the win. So most probably the MVP, of course, is going to be Flawless onto the Claude. Quite the engages, 0 deaths, and the damage as well as the scaling was definitely so high from this guy. Look at that, already 12 key gold onto him, and it's not like Team one soul legacy were not able to keep up, but the problem was once the game actually extended out onto the mid phase, they were not able to keep up onto the fact that the farm difference as well as the engages were not up to the point from them.
That's what the draft was okay, but I feel like the Guinevere should just have been sent towards the jungle. And like we mentioned, we already discussed the draft, so there's nothing much that can be said about it. As for the side of the Curse, they have been consistent throughout. They have been showing up with their performances, and it's improving every time we see them. So, good luck to them for the next round. And unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye to the side of One Last Soul. But that's it for game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be seeing you in game 2.
Does not mean you keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in because it's not looking good. Masab also going with a chassis folder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
That Queen's
Atlas
Wings is gonna be able
Alapu?
to save them out. Lord spawned in. Guinevere, I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's going to be the Zushing popping in. Benedict are going and taking away Fam, the main core damage dealer. And this might be over for the side of Ice White Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruda gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away.
Specialized on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever, but with this the metal also goes in, the circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind. With this the Arlord also trying to defend, a lot of damage onto the base, but look at that, finally Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down, a double kill, a triple kill for Kuni. 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, as well as the Zaman Forest, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defend for as the game goes late. I don't think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake, but we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the potato with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as YSS gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. Even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time, does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the Goop Rise. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the Panic of the veteran, as well as it will be a Savage, but Esmeralda not gonna give that.
Keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in because it's not looking good. Masab also going with a chassis folder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
That Queen's
Atlas
Wings is gonna be able
Alapu?
to save them out. Lord spawned in. Guinevere, I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's going to be the Zushing popping in. Benedict are going and taking away Fam, the main core damage dealer. And this might be over for the side of Ice White Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruda gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away.
Specialized on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever, but with this the metal also goes in, the circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind. With this the Arlord also trying to defend, a lot of damage onto the base, but look at that, finally Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down, a double kill, a triple kill for Kuni. 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, as well as the Zaman Forest, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defend for as the game goes late. I don't think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake. But we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the potato with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as YSS gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. Even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the group prize. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the baiting of the veteran, as well as it will be a savage. But Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming SHOWDOWN. From
Just
one
Aura
down.
walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely farmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
Is coming in for another invasion. Now Veteran is getting chunked down. 3 falls down there. Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, but is getting a lot of damage from the air. But Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness. A little bit of overextension. Will be punishing. And now we
Mid
see
tier is
Koto
about to
double on.
get busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not at all a Luminous Lord. Not at all an Infernal Lord. It's a Luminous Lord. It does have the sustain. Look at it. Lord is getting all those damages, but it will get defended for sure. But the spatial migration with the Proper goes in there. Look at the damage coming in from the behind. It's Kyra, but it will be a slain onto Lincoln Park. Bazooka fire. Double kill Crollo. Para goes down as well. That will be the inhibitor securance. And now you just have 2 of the members remaining. Can you defend it all the way? But that will be another stun coming in. Baksha is getting busted down. Immortality popped up. Lilia comes in for the burst. And this will be the high loss falling down. But Lilia does have some sense here. Will be taking out, but the lockdown out of the base is happening. And One Soul Legacy with an epic comeback. From a deficit to a win.
into the lower brackets for the game number 2. We're going to watch it out here between Team Nova Esports versus 75%. It's your boy STZ on the casting deck, and with me, Ray will be joining as well to cast this interesting game because whoever will win will go a little bit forward to the lower bracket, but whoever will lose here will be eliminated out from Hook Gaming Showdown. So, yeah, the baits, the you know, the baits and the okay, I just forgot the word though right now.
It's
The
okay. It's
baits
okay.
and I think risk. Yeah, the baits and the risk are higher in this game. So yeah, you have to put all your efforts, all your potential to get into the next round of Hook Gaming Showdown of this lower bracket because you are on the verge of elimination. Nova Esports, they're known into the community. They have been playing a lot of tournaments since 2 3 months. We have been seeing them in some small tournaments, some scrims. Everywhere you find this team. They have been truly potential about their gameplay and all, but Team 75%, new name, and they're here with the 75% attendance. Uh, Even I have lesser than this. I paid money, I remember, to the clerk. Okay. And
Me too. Don't
don't worry,
worry. I paid
my
every
prac
semester.
See, Ray, my prac attendance is good. Okay, I attend each and every prac because without prac I'm done. But
I wouldn't
sometimes,
want a doctor with that
yeah,
low.
I don't attend a lot much those lectures because it's a different thing. Let's talk about it after the match. But right now, the Atlas is getting banned here. So who do the lot? Are you going to see a Paquita? Okay, it's a Freya.
Ash has so many stories to tell, man. We need to meet again, Bub. I need to hear more about your life, but yeah, for now we'll focus into the game. It's like you mentioned, 75% attendance. I mean, their name just honestly speaks, resonates, right? We immediately get flashback to our college days, so understandable. Anyways, for the side of Nova Esports, they will be banning out 2 EXP learners back to back. By the looks of it, it does feel like they're really targeting the side of 75% as much as they can on the EXP side. So there is a chance they might play a very EXP focused game by the looks of it, or they might just be banning it for their jungler and their mid laner, who are the ones that get most bothered by an EXP laner at most. Let's see the next fellow bans. It could be the Marshall, the Zushin, then there's the Gord, and there we go.
There you go. Might be a god. It might be a anything. Like as you mentioned about Nova Esports, they banned the Benedetta though. So if they're concentrating towards the EXP, then they might gonna ban the Phobius as well. Who knows? But if they're banning the Phobius, there is a huge chance Team 75% attendance will go for the Paquito. So yeah, you cannot take the risk of a Paquito being there into the hand of 75. That too in a do or die game. So you should ban the meta. That is the pack. But if you're not banning the pack, then you should be preparing for it. Because right now, yep, they're gonna ban the Paquito, but there is a chance for going with the Phobius first pick or a Bakshia into the jungle, or there is a Claude like minimal. It's a minimal pick in this meta in this economy. So am I gonna see a Claude? Am I gonna see a Bakshia? What do you think, Ray? Or something else like a god?
You raise a good point, Ash. There's the Zushin though. I would rather go for the Zushin, man, any day. And it will give you a good counter out for the fact that you have basically Nova Esports themselves. They have basically banned out like 3 of the EXP laners that can border the Zushin itself, like Benedetta with her immunity, Arlott with the crowd control, Paquito with the burst. So Zushin just makes perfect sense. But 75% attendance, they take the Akai. And I am not sure, basically, Ash, we have gotten a recent patch note. Right. Akai has basically gotten a massive nerf, 75%. Not even kidding. This is a funny coincidence, but yeah, 75% damage reduced on his passive. So his jungling speed is like the most affected. It makes sense because Akai is literally the top pick right before the patch note. So the developers nerfed him really hard. Basically removed the passive stacking completely. You can only get it once, which does nothing. So, but the thing is, apparently some players have told me that they still see this passive working. It's still working. So I guess the nerf is, I guess it's a bug. So Akai is still working perfectly. I'm not too sure. But so
Because, I'll
yeah.
tell you the sure thing because today only I played the Kai in the morning and I got an MVP with a KD
Okay,
of
so it's not affected yet.
70,
It's a glitch. They haven't implemented the
71 or
changes
so.
yet.
Yeah, it's in the jungle is working so well, but as per the jungling speed, I'll refer that. Yep, jungling speed is actually a little bit low. I get the level 5 mark a little bit later than the Ling. So, but it was against the Ling, so I can't compare it. Ling and Akai, you can compare the jungling speed,
Yeah, you
obviously.
cannot.
Yeah, but right now the Phobius is being picked up here. We're gonna see the Claude coming in and the Matilda as well. And definitely today also when I was playing the Akai jungle, have a Matilda into my side, and it really helped a lot because the main thing with Akai is the sustain. And if you are out of the like your position and you get stumble with the stuns, you need someone to grab you out from the scenario. And who's better than the Matilda's airline? With the guiding wind,
Absolutely.
she'll be the best one to be there. But now the Moscow coming in here against this Claude. As per the God pick, I'll say one of the best phrase Ray just stated yesterday somewhere else when we were casting together. He said like the God and the Jushin are the picks you don't want to give and you want to take. So I don't know what was the 75% attendance thinking onto it because they literally gave the God and now the Jushin might get banned as well. And you look at it, it's got banned. So you literally gave the best mage right now into their hand and even gave them the chance to ban another best mage into the mid.
Yeah, and right now, if they just ban out the Farsa, I think they won't even face any issues regarding that. So I'm really confused what the decision making here because they are not prioritizing the mid control, which is the most important factor right now in this game. I mean, in the meta currently. So a bit of a confused decision from their end, I would honestly say. And they do prioritize utility over everything. So I guess there's that. But regardless of that, right now, like you mentioned, Akai and the Matilda is going to be a good combo regardless because guess what? Akai has everything you need from basically a tank jungle, crowd control, immunity, good amount of rotation, and the fact that he can push and even have a suppression if you're able to pin. And he's a really good disengager as well. So all those things considered, he's a pretty good pick. But Matilda is going to be providing even more sustain, even better rotation, and it will help if they pick up a Farsa right now. Nova Esports are really banning out all the meta EXPs. The only one that right now you're going to be having is going to be CC and Yu Zhong and Lapu Lapu, to be fair. So the options are still not, limited. There's still a lot more heroes available, which makes it kind of easy for them. But still, regardless, a lot of EXP targeting the side of Team Nova Esports. They really want Phobius to win his lane.
Hmm, definitely. And right now you can see that 75% attendance. They're going to go for the last ban here, which could be falling onto a Romer, I believe, because the Khalid will be the best pick for the setup team Nova Esports here. Because look at it, like they need someone who will go for the initiation because God will be the finisher here. So do the Moscow. And you have a Phobius though, but you need someone else as well because Phobius will not be there in each and every team fight. Okay, that's a glue ban coming out from the setup team. 35% attendance. Now there is a chance that they might gonna go for the Kaja pick off, or if not the Kaja, then the Khalid for the invasive potential. But they can, like make it into the last pick because, or maybe they're gonna make the jungle pick into the last, so that they will watch it out that what will be into the EXP and what will be into the mid. But now, as per the Sora getting banned, what do you think? I mean, a lot of EXP is being taken out here. Freya, Sora, Paquito, Benedetta, Arlot. So right now, what else is there?
Yu
Against the
Zhong, Lapu
Phobius,
Lapu.
you can go with the Yuzong, yep, and Lapu Lapu as well. But if not this two, then you can go for a setup because you are kind of depreciating the setup comps in your side. So Alice, what do you think about the Alice here
Oh yeah,
for
Alice too.
25% attendance?
Alice would be pretty great, honestly, for like affecting especially the chord. So, as you're right about that, your money on that pick, it can really help them out. And Alice will also enjoy the fact that she will get double the dash with her first skill Blink, and of course the Matilda's guiding winds will help her out. So Lilia is going to be there for, I guess, to dish out the damage to the frontliners. But no, they are going to be going with the Yu Zhong instead, the Black Dragon to target the backside. Either way, it's the backside heroes that were left out open, which is kind of funny for Nova Esports because they do have a gourd. But at the same time, considering they did not get the Zushin for themselves, their frontliners, if they right now pick either the Fredrin or the Baxia, they will still have a good amount of, mobility. But the thing is, they are facing a Matilda who has been recently buffed. She has good amount of damage, and she can honestly combo it up with even the Yu Zhong or something and just take away the gourd. So that is the only thing that I believe Nova Esports have to watch out for. The Matilda is going to be the core reason Nova Esports will face a lot of issues. They pick up the Barats, a good pick, and someone that has not been nerfed or adjusted in any way in this patch. But the thing about this hero is going to be that he doesn't have the Matilda. So his rotation speed is going to be much, much slower compared to something like the Akai, who has the guiding wind.
Paras is actually a good pick here, and as you mentioned about the nerf, he never got a buff even. So why he will get nerf? He's just getting used because the meta favors him. The emblem setup, if you see the emblem setups buff, it favors him kind of. So that's the reason he's back into the meta. And so many junglers are not even using him much, but nowadays we're seeing because him as an utility is working again. So yeah, but Arts is like back after, I'll say, maybe you can say after 2 years, because we haven't seen him, not even in M6, M7, or into the subsidiary MSCs as well. But this MSC we might gonna see the Barats and even the Nolan as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn for the game number 2 of the lower bracket today. 75% attendance going against Nova Esports. As you know, whoever will lose will eliminate out from Hook Gaming Showdown, but whoever wins here will just make themselves forward a little bit closer to the mark of the finals, to the mark of the lower bracket final as well. But here, we can see the Bharat is going for a side crypt rotation here. That's what everybody is doing, because you need the level 2 mark as fast as you can, and then you have more crypts into the retribution level as well. So yep, it works into the turtle, it works for your level up. So this new rotation does really work. But look at the rotation and the follow-up coming out from Opus Bara here. He's coming in for the
It's a J Ash.
Yeah,
Ojus.
Opus Bara, sorry.
Yeah. Ojus Bora. But yeah, regardless of that, like you mentioned, of course, the Barats, we haven't seen him for literally 2 years. You're right about that one as well, because yeah, no M7, no M6 appearance at all. He was considered even like the most bottom tier hero, to be fair, for a long while, because yeah, high mobility assassins were released. You know, we had Suyo dominating the meta for most of it, and then Zushin came around, the literal death note of all tank jungles. So we did not see tank jungles for literally the whole time Zushin was meta. But yeah, mid side there's gonna be a flicker baited out from average Sama, as Melgodas is still going to be looming, and mid side Gore is going to be fine for Ojus Bora. But on the other side, 75% attendance. They've had quite a lot of good wins recently after dropping down to lower brackets, so they might have a good time. We'll figure it out soon. Let's see what happens.
The God coming in, there is a chance that they might gonna go for the attack here on the Yuzdong before the turtle, but they need a trade. But look at it, retaliation, that's what is working here. But going for the Minotaur with the Barats is actually a great cause, because you need some heal for that Barats, and that the Minotaur are gonna give it. And at the same time, he will give the setup with the Minoan Fury as well. But at the same time, look at it, the fight goes in. Jozo got the kill there. Mina falls down as well. And now the burst coming out from this Lilia, slither of HP. We're going to see a terrible falling down. Follow-up coming out from the Black Dragon. He goes in there, finds a kill on the Sunshine. Flicker baited. That will be an escape. But look at it, Infernal Pursuit. Going to engage it down. And you know, whenever the Infernal Pursuit shots are getting higher, the damage also gets higher. And that's the reason. Immediately the Lilia just got shattered down there before the turtle.
Yep. And with this, the score is 2-4-2. The side of 75% attendance, they immediately clap back. I'm sorry, Nova Esports clap back after that kill onto the Minotaur, and right now they sit at equal. Terrible T has been taken down once, with Zui, like you mentioned, getting taken down once as well. On the other side, Average Sama, and the one that fell down was Bharat. So basically, both of the junglers have fallen down once with mid for the roam. So it's a 50-50 on both ends. The turtle has spawned in, but it has not been taken yet for 30 seconds. And I believe both of the junglers have no intention just yet. They're waiting to, I guess, zone each other out. But I guess that's not a good decision for the Bharats, because that's an Akai. He can always push you away unless you eat him. Which is funny, because Bharats actually kind of doesn't really care the fact that Akai is kind of immune. He just eats you.
Goes in there for the Infernal Pursuit. Once again, the engage is happening there. The Dragon is coming in for the zone as well. Yet the second turtle is here in that appearance. If I'm not wrong, it's the first turtle.
Yeah, this is still the first turtle, Ash.
Still first turtle, yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. But now the fight breaks out here. The initiation is happening as well. The skirmish is there. Meliodas goes down. That's the Black Dragon marching in as well. Zozo falls in. And that will be Sunshine going down as well. 1 for 2, 2 for 2, 3 for 2, double. And that will be a triple. And he's going for the Maniac, hunting it down. The flicker comes in. A beautiful escape of Hero. But into the meantime, they got the turtle there. Trades were so good for this side of team. 75% attendance. Literally, they played it so well there.
Yep, Ash. They played it really well right now. And with 75% attendance basically taking care of the lead, they actually swap out the lanes over here. They want Claude to get a little bit more gold and everything, and that might help them quite a bit, considering Fiero right now, he's the main target. Yuzhong is looking for a bot lane side as well. Phoebe is going in very deep.
Another fight is breaking out there. We're gonna see the Surfing Eagle coming in. He missed out the Mystic Gush there, but Zui falls down immediately with a punish coming out from this Phobius Infernal Pursuit. This is the demonic charge he is going for, and he's doing so well with it. But QI, look at that. He's not aware of it though. Moskov goes in into the backside. He's getting spin there, pinned onto the wall. Yuzong goes in for the tag and gonna get the kill there. Revenge. That will be it. Zui just got, you know, your revenge has got successful by your team.
Absolutely, Ash. And right now with that, the top lane, they still might be going in. No, they won't. For now, they're going to be taking a little bit of a wait right here. And all things considered, the side of Team 75 attendants have been doing in pretty well, but they have to watch out for any mishaps they might cause themselves, because of course you can never be too careful. And right now let's take a look into the itemization of how far they have made it, because I think they already have their first. Oh, Zui on the mid lane gets taken away. And right now Matilda looking in the pickle.
He spit it out there, and now the Matilda goes down, and we can see that Kai coming in for the pin. And at the same time, the Minotaur managed to go back, but the fight still continues. Yuzhong going in for the double petrify. Look at the damage onto the god, and the god will get the spot into the air. That is the damage from the dragon. Monster kill for QI. Oh wow, that's a good name, QI. QI. Well, now the kill. Okay. What do you think? It will be MOBA Esports for this turtle, or are we going to see a contest? Because the Panda is here. Might not come for the... Yep, he comes in there. Retribution. The Panda gonna win them beautifully. Another fight continues, but the Panda terribly falls down there. Barrett's charging in with Infernal Pursuit. Black Suits used as well for the behind the god coming in for the follow-up. Does have the Mystic Gush. He might gonna use it right now. But no, he doesn't got the opening yet. But he's getting tormented. Backline entrance coming out from Real Kurama. And we're gonna see Sunshine goes down as well. There might be a kill onto Meliodas. Meliodas going back. The hit coming in there as well. But it will be the retaliation. Perfect escape for the Mino and the Phobius. But out of the bot side, the Moscow, he managed to secure a structure there. That's a good trade, but losing out enough of the micro and getting just a structure. And then your mid-tier 1 is falling down as well. I'll say team 75% attendance are doing great here.
Yeah, and all things considered right now, Ash, I think the side of team MOBA Esports, they have been trying to respond as much as they can, right? And they have been successful. They have taken down the bot lane turret, but their mid tier has fallen, and so has their top side. So they cannot rest easy yet. They have to keep on fighting, and they have to keep on going if they want to continue, of course, to be in the game. After all, this is an elimination round, but mid side, Matilda! Oh my god.
Okay, another fight breaking out there, but it will be the kill onto the... No one, actually. There is Infernal Pursuit coming in as well, but it's more like a fluke. Oh my god, that damage! That burst from the Lilia! Whoopies couldn't even survive with it. Like, really, this is the damage gap we're looking after here, because there is a 4k goal lead into the hand of team 75% attendance.
Yeah, and right now, considering the fact that Team MOBA Esports don't exactly have to like much other than the Minotaur's heal, they have to do something about like the Lilia. But the only one that can do is the Moscow. But Fiero, he's getting bursted by the Matilda's damage, which is of course something that has gotten buffed recently, and you cannot take it lightly. I think he needs to get the Rose Gold ASAP, but he's still not done with the Golden Staff, while the Claude over here is going to be completing the Corrosion side as well, completing the Trinity build pretty soon. So the goal difference is pretty massive, with sitting at 2000. Fiero needs to farm up, Fiero needs to play split push, and Fiero needs to basically be the carry. And he finally does get the staff, but he's still one item away from the Claude here.
Goes in for the Lord here from the side of team 75% attendance. They do have a better chance to take this Lord, because look at it, the macro securance and the map advantage they're having right now. Goes in for the engage as well. That double petrify combo. Black Dragon emerges. Look at the damage being dispersed here. Sunshine goes down. Mystic is used for the defense. but this will be the trade coming in. BMI for the attack. Blazing Duet comes in as well. A lot of empty damage coming in. Can this survive? Then they clear it out. Now the Phobius goes down. It's Sodi connected. We're going to see the engage coming in, but somehow, look at the Makai. He's still sustaining. He's still surviving, and that will be it for the Moscow. We got slain down there onto the top side. 3-man down with the Lord in the hand of team. 75% attendance, was just losing a single trade on Zui is actually a great one, I will tell. Because now a structure will fall down on the top. Ray, do you think there is a single chance of comeback for Nova?
Hero is the only thing that can give them the comeback, but like we mentioned, you know, he's not having the best time. He's having the worst time over here, and it's just causing a lot of issues for them. Looking back at the itemization once more, Claude is going to be completing his corrosion anytime soon, while Moskov is still struggling quite a bit, but he has catched up. He went from 2,000 gold deficit to right now only 800. So the farm and the kills and the shutdown that he got, obviously, is doing numbers for him. But right now, he needs to catch up even further. Oh, good ultimate right here. That's a mistake from QI, taken away.
What a game it is, I'll say. Good ultimate, but the execution was a little bit poor this time, and that's why QI falls down there. But now, look at it. Burst coming out from the Lilia is so high, you need to reach the back line, but nobody is there other than the Phobius. Even the, the Barrage thing is not working so well in this game. This is because of the Matilda. The Matilda is instantly making the Akai out from the situation. Even the Barrage went for the engulf again. That's the Circling Eagle comes in. Barrage goes down again. Sunshine falls down. That's a hit onto Meliodas as well. Double for the Claude. I'm gonna go for a triple, but so far from him. They're retaliating back. They're playing safe at this moment. QI resurrected back. Two of the members falls down. Holy Shield goes off from the top, and Mott. Mid Holy Shield is still on, but it's just for the 1 minute. But that's a fight coming inside the base. They're taking it forward. They're taking a little bit higher, overextending at this moment. And they might gonna get the structure as well, opening up the window for the side of team 75% attendance. I think that they're over troubling the things. Yep. Zui goes down there. That was really an overcommit. You should have retaliated back. You should have waited for the Lord. Unnecessarily, you're giving out the traits into the hand of Team Nova Esports, and the bounties are also going into the hand. So yeah, you need to play safe.
So, Nova Esports, right? They're slowly making their comeback happen by pulling up defenses after defenses. And right now, with all of these things considered, they are over here with around how much gold difference? With 5k gold diff, right? Looking at the itemization once again, since Moskov has completed his Trinity, he should be building towards the Rose Gold or the Wind of Nature, which can change things for them. So, Ash, I believe they will just have to, like, what is it? I cannot pinpoint the exact word, but regardless, basically you get my point. And Matilda right now being the massive issue for them, they're just caught in a pickle in places that they don't want to be in. 17 to 11 the score is. 5,000 gold difference still maintained. Lord spawned in. They have no way to go for this Lord. They still suffer from level deficiency, and they're sitting at a massive gap. And with all these things considered, will they be able to defend another Lord is going to be a big question.
Plan was so good. Did you see that thing? Like, they waited for that minion whips to barge in, and they actually baited it. Like, if Team Nova Esports goes for the Lord contest, we will finish up the base, and if they comes towards the base to clear it down, we'll get the Lord. So it's like two-way thing they did there. Impressed. I'm literally impressed from 75% attendance tactics there. They're literally playing against Nova Esports. I've seen Nova Esports dominating in some smaller tournaments, but right now the 75% attendance were doing greater than the Nova, and they kind of managing to give some heavy blows onto the Nova Esports mechanics here. They might gonna make them out from the tournament as well, because the Lord marching in, the lane sync is also getting synced at this moment. Black Dragon emerges, it goes in for the fight. Inhibitor falling down into the mid. Another whoop with off window, but terrible to. He was a little bit ahead of the position, goes down. So to the Matilda, but look at the Blazing Duet coming in with the Winter Crown. The Matilda, oh my goodness, mega kill secured onto the main, double onto the Fusong. This might be a retaliation we're going to see here. The Lord might get defended as well. VMI for the defense. They did
did manage to give a little bit tactic, you can say, to Nova Esports with those quick skirmish and quick damage onto the ground.
Nah. Ooh, that was a good defense, but I do believe, Ash, they went in a little bit too deep, isn't it? For the side of Team 75% attendance. They just went ahead of the curve and just decided, like, yeah, that's what they wanted. And I believe that's not something you should be doing, like, especially considering they do have good source of, what is that thing? I forgot to mention, man. I'm losing words sometimes, but regardless, you get my point, right? Basically, they need to be a little bit more patient if they really wanted to go like that. So with all those things considered, the side of Team 75% attendance, if they keep on like extending the game, the side of Nova Esports can make a comeback, and you don't want that to be happening at all in any scenario. So all things considered, let's see what the rotation is going to be followed through. Let's see the itemization once again, because I believe in Neil Kumar, right? Neil Kumar, he's fully built with all the damage that he needs and everything that he requires, and right now he might be able to secure a win into his favor, but we'll have to wait out for a while until that happens. Onto his side, Moskov has a wind of nature, so he's not bothered by the what is this? Claude Blazing Duet anymore.
Definitely. Today also, I mean, I'm also misspelling some words when I forget the risk one. I don't know what is with the weather today, but team 25% attendance. They are in a good venture right now. If they manage to take out the next lot, and then probably give a proper set there, get 2 or 3 loads into the hand, then they might gonna get the win as well. But I'll say one more thing, appreciating Team Nova Esports defense, like 2 of the lot getting defended. First one, okay, that was the Holy Shield who managed to take it out, but second one was really a quick one. I'll say the aggression, the approach of that Phobias going in for the fight was really remarkable for me. I'm impressed of their defense, and I'm impressed of 75% attendance breaking out the mechanics and strategies of Nova as well. So both the teams, they're trying their best, but it's there is always one winner and one loser. If this match would have been a BO3, I would have said it would have been the best game here in the Hook Gaming Showdown. But right now, it is a BO1. So yep, it's like a do or die set for you. If you don't do, you're getting eliminated. You have no more second chance. And look at the sync is happening as well. They will stop the mid Lord approach, and with that, the minions will get synced here. Yep, that's what the plan is. And now they're coming in all through it. The Lord marching in. We're gonna see the heavy spin comes in first, but now there might be a little bit of problem. You don't have the heavy spin to pin anyone down from all the way. The minions marching in, they're knocking on the door as this moment, but we're gonna see that pick off coming in with the Mystic Gush miss as well. Oh, he gonna spit it again to the base, but this time the Black Dragon emerges in a very comfortable time. Matilda goes back. They managed to defend the base. They managed to defend the Lord at this moment. Look at the damage coming in. Oh my goodness. Immortality pop up as well. Blazing Duet with the Winter Crown combo. Sunshine goes down. Double onto Arizama. Killing spree onto QI. But this will be it. Might be bigger kill onto Zozo as well. Triple for the Lilia. Zoe, can it be a Maniac before the Maniac could approach? The crown will not sustain here. The victory immensely is going into the hand of Team 75% attendance, managing to knock out Team Nova Esports from Hook Gaming Showdown. What a game it was. Like, they managed to defend the Lord, but they couldn't manage to defend the aggressive approach from the side of Team 75% attendance. They do manage to get some kills there, but the burst of Lilia with those, connecting, whatever you can say, those things of Lilia was really like blooms. Yeah, if you can say the blooms or whatever it is, it was so much highly bursted and managed to take out the whole crew. It was a triple for her. Zui was actually falling down each and every team fight, but in that last moment, he did so well, Ray.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, it matters, doesn't it? Because after all, if it ends well, if it's... You got my point right. I don't know why I'm slipping words tonight, but hey, that's just the thing. That's just the thing. But anyways, looking at the match highlights, you can clearly see the amount of pressure that the side of Team 75 attendance already had put in right from the very beginning of the game. But regardless of all the things considered, I think they would be very pleased with the result, and they're going to be following it up with into the next round in the lower brackets. And we're going to be delighted to see what will happen as we progress, of course, into this tournament. Result screen right here. We take a look into, of course, Claude getting the very deserving MVP, providing a lot of damage and good amount of farm advantage into his side of favor. And congratulations, team. 75% attendance for, again, appearing and passing this exam at Hook Gaming SHOWDOWN. And we'll see them once more into the lower brackets. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be closing it off with this game. But make sure you don't go anywhere, because we still have another game on store with us. So stay right here, and we'll be right back with another game with a new set of talents waiting to cast for the next game. Does not mean you keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in, because it's not looking good. Masab also going with the chassis boulder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough. What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
Queen's
Atlas
Wings
and
is gonna be able
Lapu?
to save him out. Lord spawned in. Whenever I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's going to be Zushing popping in. Benedict are going and taking away Fam, the main core damage dealer. And this might be over for the side of Ice White Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruno gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away.
Specialize on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever, but with this the Matilda also goes in, the circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind. With this the Arlord also trying to defend, a lot of damage onto the base, but look at that, finally Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down, a double kill, a triple kill for Kuni. 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, as well as the Zaman Forest, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defense for them. As the game goes late, I think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake. But we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the Polito with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as YSS gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. Even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the group prize. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the beating of the veteran, as well as it will be a savage, but Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming SHOWDOWN. From
Just
one
Aura
down.
walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely farmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
Is coming in for another invasion. Now Bedouin is getting chunked down. 3 falls down. Their Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, but is getting a lot of damage from the air, but Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness, a little bit of overextension will be punishing. And now we see
Here is
Goto
about to
double on.
get busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not at all a Luminous Lord. Not at all an Infernal Lord. It's a Luminous Lord. It does have the sustain. Look at it. Lord is getting all those damages, but it will get defended for sure. But the spatial migration with the proper goes in there. Look at the damage coming in from the behind. It's Kyra, but it will be a slain onto Lincoln Park. Bazooka fire. Double kill Krolo. Kyra goes down as well. That will be the inhibitor securance. And now you just have 2 of the members remaining. Can you defend it all the way? But that will be another stun coming in. Baksha is getting busted down. Immortality popped up. Lilia comes in for the burst. And this will be the high loss falling down. But Lilia does have some sense here. Will be taking out, but the lockdown on the base is happening. And One Soul Legacy with an epic comeback. From a deficit to a win.
You miss does not mean you keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in because it's not looking good. Masraf also going with a chassis folder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's rough, What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
That Queen's
Atlas
Wings is gonna be able
Alapu?
to save him out. Lord spawned in. Guinevere, I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's gonna be the Zushing popping in. Benedict are going and taking away Fam, the main core damage dealer, and this might be over for the side of Ice Watch Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruno gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away.
Specialize on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever. But with this, the Matilda also goes in. The circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind. With this, the Arlord also trying to defend. A lot of damage onto the base. But look at that. Finally, Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down. The double kill, a triple kill for Pony. 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, as well as the Zaman Force, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defend for as the game goes late. I don't think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake. But we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the Poquito with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as YSS gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. And even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the group prize. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the beating of the veteran, as well as it will be a savage. But Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming Showdown. From
Aura walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely farmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
is coming in for another invasion. Now Veteran is getting chunked down. 3 falls down. Their Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, but is getting a lot of damage from the air, but Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness, a little bit of overextension. Will be punishing. And now we see
Mid-tier is
Koto
about to
double on.
get busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hooks Gaming Tournament. These are the lower brackets, and right now we are in the best of one series. So whoever loses this match, they will be out of the tournament. So there is a lot onto the stake. Meanwhile, here it is me, Asuya, on the caster's desk, accompanied by Baldudu. So, Baldudu, would you like to introduce us to the teams which are going up against each other in this match?
And thank you for that warm introduction, Asya. It is good to be back, and I think it's been a long time since we've been shared a desk together. And yes, folks, this is the lower brackets quarterfinals. So, sorry, qualifiers. And the thing is, you have already found yourselves in the lower bracket, these teams. And like Asya has mentioned, it's a best of one. So the only one who gets that one win, the first person to take that ages down, it could be a composed game, it could be a very messy one, or you could have just got lucky with the fight in the end. It does not matter, you will go through. So the teams right now in this match, it's going to be Void Titans versus Void Titans versus Espada. And with that, we will be heading into the draft. It's going to be Void Titans with the first pick. They will get to initiate this draft. And I think likely, Asoya, I think there's not going to be too much to see in the draft phase, at least in the bans. The first 3 bans are pretty much the same we've been seeing across.
Yep, definitely. It's the same to Marcel Akai. Although Akai did get a slight nerf on the jungle, but his damage, HP based damage did get an increase. I think still there onto the ban list, the Paquito, the Atlas, the God. It's really surprising that the God, like, they came when the God moved up to the ban list. Volodoo.
And with the way this patch has come out, the new patch, I think one thing is that the tank jungles are not as strong as before, especially the Akai, because now his mark gets removed every single time he deals a basic attack. So he's going to struggle a lot more while farming, and that really nullifies his farming speed because earlier Akai was keeping up pace with assassins with how fast he was farming. Similar to the Bakshia, he was doing way too much base damage with his skill 2. They have nerfed that down. So now the tank jungles are actually behaving like tanks, a little slower on the field and not how we're actually seeing them now.
Yep. And with this, the Eve getting marked down, I think the slight nerf onto the Zushin on the two range, I think that has led to people not banning her away. Because usually till the day before yesterday she was there onto the list. And with this I think even the Fogus might get into the ban section. Freya, though nerfed, I think she's still very good if you want to go for an aggressive early game.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised the Phobius has not been taken out yet. Uh, Usually you would be seeing the Phobius be one of the first bans, but that is not going to be the case. Void Titan so far, they're trying to take out as much of zone and pressure. They're eliminating all these pressure picks. On the other end, Espadas is going in for what has been the usual bans. It's the flanks, it's the sets, it's the lane dominance that Atlas and this Paquito bring to the match. So they're going to be taken out. I'm surprised Void Titan still went for the Akai ban considering the nerf. I probably was expecting maybe we might be seeing the Esmeralda a lot more often, but that's not does not seem to be the case just yet.
I think it's mostly because as a tank, he's still good. And if there's something, when they have banned out a Eve, they might plan for something tanky. I think they might try to go for a very setter up kind of draft, maybe. And a guy is one of those heroes who can disrupt the sets. So maybe that can be one of their thought processes. But as for now, Phobia is open, Ocean open, God is also open, Freya is open. Will they opt for any of them? And I have also seen recently that people, they're holding the carry marksman pick as the first picks, and they're just confident that they'll be able to provide her the zone she needs.
For sure. And I think maybe we might be seeing the jungle picks a lot more often. We are seeing in the Hook Gaming Showdown itself, the Fanny is getting a lot of priority. She is becoming a much more popular pick nowadays. But some things will not change. The Freya finally gets a chance to shine in the Hook Gaming Showdown. She's been in the ban list way too often, and it feels like at some point we have kind of forgotten the threat she faces because we have not got to see a reminder, right? Like how good she is. But every time we have seen the Freya, it's usually been on the XP lane. And since it's picked up in the very beginning, most teams usually just counter draft against her completely. Like they go for the God, like you mentioned. They get counter dive heroes like the Zacian, they go in for the Zuzhan because the Freya can't afford to play with the Purify.
Definitely, and with this, the Claude is open. I think Claude can be a good option here since Freya is already taken away. And just to counter out the Freya, there might be a Fovis coming up. Even the Mincetar is open if they want to go for complete shutdown for the Freya. But Lunox as the pri. Okay, am I seeing two mages right now? Is it a Lunox jungle
Lunox in the jungle. I mean, that's a very crazy thing, but I feel it's probably going to be
with gold?
Zeus and Rome with Lunox in the mid because that's too vulnerable. The problem is, even people are avoiding assassin picks unless they're very mobile, simply because of the fact that people are just walking towards your buff and stealing those creeps away. Especially with the buff that the creeps have been getting, the creeps are a lot more valuable now. Especially your buffs itself, your Crimson and Azor Golem, they are going to be giving you 15% more gold. So that's going to be faster matches, faster scaling from your jungler. You'll have to rely on ganks less, and even if you don't have any kills, as long as your farming is completely optimized, you will still stay very much in the fight, or in fact even lead the pack. But with that being said, Asaya, they do pick up the Kalea, and I really like that pick because it syncs so well with the god. It gives the heals, and overall, it's such an annoying hero to deal with.
Definitely, definitely. Even her skill CD kind of got reduced, so she heals more often. I think a very good pick-off kind of comp coming up. It's like Freya will dive, Kalia can follow up, the cord, of course, the range is there for every follow-up, but there is it. We have the Phobius just to pick up against that Freya. Then again, I'm really skeptical about that Zushan pick. The Harith is open. You might see some gold lane bans incoming. Harith, the Claude. And what do you think, Bolu?
We gave up the Foveus, which is a little worrisome because ideally it should have been on your ban list, especially if you think the Freya was going to be left open. Now, with every single time this Freya is going to walk around the map, that's just unlimited passive accumulation for the side of this Foveus. He's going to be able to drop his monolith a lot more regularly. The demonic force is going to be wrecking chaos in the backline. But the question is, will the next set of bans? We're still seeing so many tank bans, Asaya, with how much these tanks have been nerfed in their farming speed. Is it really worth doing all these bans? Because the Barats is still open, so people could still play that. We've been seeing Edith go into the jungle nowadays because she has a good lane clear. So what is your take on this?
I think it's really kind of weird. I mean, another tank, that too a high loss coming up. I really can't understand what's the thought process because none of the marksmen have been taken away. Plus, banning away a Fredrin when you have a Lunox as well as a Zushin, I think that's kind of unnecessary. But then again, I think it sits really well with the God pick because God really needs some frontliners. He has only one flicker. And he can be the mage who can, make the game or break the game. So maybe it's just a protection for the marksman or the mage. That's why they just banned him away. But I really don't know, right? Team White Titans, they can even opt for a Freya jungle. Very unconventional, but at this point, since there's a focus in the EXP, they can opt for that.
Yeah, and the bans have been completed. White Titans are just taking out every single tanky frontline possible. They want to force Espada into a more awkward pick, but I think they'll do just fine if they just go for the Matilda and Barats. They could still be doing that. On the other side, White Titans too. I think they really need a frontline, like you mentioned, Asaya, and I would prefer that Freya to be going into the gold lane, not the XP. But if you are sending the Freya to the XP, you need a marksman who can kind of hold the lane by themselves, who's comfortable from the early game onwards. But yup, there is what I wanted to see. The Esmeralda will be making a mark, but is it the best option against three counters realistically? The taunts coming in from the Gutto lock her down. The Chaos Assault from the Lunox will shred her HP. And we know how annoying Zushin is against these melee heroes. So is the slow effect really worth the kind of you know the kind of pressure you're going to be facing on that Esmeralda?
Well, I maybe is at this point I can only say it's for the god, just for him to shut down. But then the really surprising pick here is the Hanzo because Lunox can immune herself, and I think Zushin is the roam, or is it the Gatot Kacha? I think it's the Gatot Kacha, so I really don't know where the Zushin is going. But the Lancelot being picked up, I think that's just to dive in for the god because he does have the range. So very interesting draft coming up, I would say. But Esma might struggle a bit.
Hmm. The Hanzo pick over there, it's a very interesting pick actually because Hanzo, if he scales right, if he doesn't even need a real snowball as long as he stays even in gold. This is one of the most annoying heroes to be facing. It'll be such a good alt bait on both those mages in the backline. But I think it's a Lunox gold. It has to be a Lunox gold at this point because the Gutto is coming up, and so is the Foveus. So we're seeing a very interesting draft from both sides. But simply because of the Lunox, I feel like Espada has a better early game.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Yep, they
But
do.
oh,
All troops deployed.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
okay.
please continue.
No. I thought you got disconnected for a bit. That's why.
Yeah, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into the land of dawn. This is the best of one series with really interesting drafts coming up from both the sides. Let's just see what happens in this game. Well, in the mid lane, we can already see some pokes happening, but of course, makes sense because I would say both the mid laners, the tank as well as the mage, both of them are really annoying. We just look at the Lucian, even though her mana got nerfed, still pretty good with the pokes. Same goes for the god. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Lunox, I think she will be able to overpower the Freya if she plays a bit safe because she has the distance for the win.
So let's see what's going to happen right now. Abyss TZ, they are doing a pretty good job so far. It's a very comfortable early game for the side of Espadas.
they don't really have to face a serious invade, because even if the Hanzo goes in by himself, he is going to be in a world of trouble if not done right. But look at how fast this man farms. He is going to be hitting his level 4 very soon. Snape is going to start off with a small creep instead over there. He takes a crab before he moves towards the red. And I think they're going to catch up around the same time, if I'm not wrong. Wait, why is the
I would
Hanzo
say
just standing there? Yo, I think
maybe
we might have a network issue for the Hanzo because he's just stuck there watching. Yeah, they did request for a pause.
And yep, he did ask for a pause. And answering the question which you asked, I would say even though Hanzo does have that pretty good quiz skill when it comes to devouring the creeps, but then again, we also have a Lance whose, I would say, the farming speed is pretty even. Plus, you even have your roamer and your mage also helping you out, so I think it will by far be almost the same. But the only question here is, will Freya move up to the goal, move up when it comes to securing the turtle? So I think if Priya joins up the fray, unlike a Lunox, they might have a bit upper hand when it comes to the first turtle. Because they even have an S-man, she's already zoning really hard. The early game is really strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite difficult because the problem is both the scaling heroes from the side of the main sources of damage and sustain, they all are very melee centric. Even the Hanzo, though he fights from range, his ghost body still pretty much has to engage like a normal frontliner. He has to go in from the front, has to use that dash to get close, accumulate stacks, hit him with basic attacks, and then drop that skill 1. And he has to manage his energy on top of that. But the issue is the Zujin is going to constantly be harassing you. At the same time, you have the Lunox, and she's in the gold lane, so she's going to be scaling pretty quick. Because unlike other marksmen, Lunox just needs that 2 items before she really has an impact. And normally that would be around the 7-minute mark where you see this Lunox popping off. But with the gold lane and with the way the turtle rotations are happening in the current patch, it might be a lot sooner.
Yep, definitely. And also talking about the secure, the Lance has the second skill, and the Hans also has the dash. So it really depends on who has the upper hand or who has the better victory. But I was just considering that how good the zone potential is from the side of the blue team because they have a Freya who can dive in onto the Lunos, maybe bait her light ult, and the Karutkasa can also follow up with some taunts. Yes, my is always there, so I don't know. It really depends on how good they're working up. So let's just see what happens because the first turtle is gonna come up really soon, and you can already see the map control, the rotation is pretty even from both the sides. Even look at the gold lane, how Freya is just trying to cut as soon as possible so that she can join up into the fray for the turtle.
And right now, both the junglers making their mark, but it's more members of Espada. They have more bodies committed towards the river. The Freya is making her way up top, but the foe face is already dropping up the demonic force, taking out a lot of HP from this Kalia. But it's going to be the Zushin who somehow gets the turtle under the eyes of 2 players. She has to pop her ult right now. Has to escape as soon as possible. Morpheus picks up the first blood onto her. Bistizi, they're going in for the fight. The sustain is insane, but that is all she wrote. White Titans, they give up the turtle. They fail to secure it, but they do get that kill, putting themselves onto the scoreboard, while Espadas is still looking for a chance to register their names up there.
Yeah, pretty even. 1 kill and a turtle. But then again, the zone, just like I mentioned before, the zone was kind of insane from side of Team White Titans, but somehow Zushin just manages to grab. I think it was her passive, which just, the lethal ignition which got the turtle. But yep. At the same time, what I was saying was like Lunox's lane clear can't be compared to a Freya. So if Freya was able to make her way before, it really doesn't even matter because you lost the turtle. And with this pretty even, but
Whoa, big ult coming in. There's no way he survives, but he does. The AOG used usually to engage and disrupt is going to be used as an escape skill over here, and that's a lot of damage Abyss TZ has taken. He nearly fell for the second time under the 4-minute mark, but he stays alive for now. White Titans still standing strong. They do have a little bit more control. The goal lead has slowly started moving towards in their favor, especially because the Hanzo is just farming so fast, man. I mean, despite losing out that turtle, we know that he's just gonna keep getting faster. This is before he gets his first item. And the real power spike for Void Titans, like you mentioned, Asya, will be coming after they get their items. Because so far, there's nothing too interesting except for maybe the golden staff on the Freya.
Yeah, and even when it comes to the Gatotkacha, he is kind of squishy without any items. And at the same time, there is a god who is a melter right from the early. And I can see that Team White Titans, they're just trying to take out the Gatotkacha. Like, even though it's a roamer, gold is still gold. Plus, taking away that AOG, something you would want, but the turtle.
And the turtle goes away once again to the members of the Espada. Snape gets the kill on Shi. They don't want to stop this fight just yet. The Phoveus is going to put in a world of effort, but Jun is going to get that kill on the relapse as he gets sent back to the base. Finally, this side of, Espadas will be getting a kill. It was high time, but they still end up with 2 turtles and a kill compared to the 2 kills for Void Titans and nothing from their side. But I think that's a really good mark because you're killing both the frontliners from the side of Espadas. The more the front line is pressured, the easier it is for this Esme team to rotate.
Yeah, definitely. And even though they secure 2 turtles, look at the gold lead. Not much of a difference, just 200, 300. That's just kind of a farm away, maybe a kill away. So nothing much is happening because both teams know that when it comes to the EXP, even the gold, all of them are pretty easily self-reliant.
And right now, one more massive set. Jun over there will take that kill on the relapse, and he has to go back to the respawn instead with the play coming in from the god. And dude, this god is giving so much value. And like you said, all these frontliners, despite being used to dealing damage, they're playing second fiddle to this god.
And that's the beauty of a god, I would say. Way too much damage right from the beginning, and he doesn't even have his Sky Piercer yet. He'll be shredding for now, and the Gatotkacha can't really tank. I mean, just look at the damage.
This just might be over. Lance is gonna try to buy some time, get the ult onto him. The Phantom Execution connects. But this Phoveus has been putting work, man. I mean, they should have been giving him the follow-up a lot earlier, but there's a Mystic Gush used up. And the god gets zoned out from this fight. 2 people are gonna fall. It's also gonna be Morpheus joining his friend over there. And with that, the scoreboard 5-2 Espadas 2.
I would say kind of an extended team fight because God was really near your face and yet no one jumps on him. Lucian tries, Lancelot tries, but somehow at the end he just survives. So I think from the side of Team Espadas, the lack of priority is coming up because they're marking down the tanks way too much. Plus the heals, the crucial heals which are coming in from the Kali are actually helping them quite a lot.
And right now, dude, they're already, it's barely 7 minutes in. And the way they have control over this map, it's only a 3k gold lead too, but Life and August gets the kill onto So Solid. They might be looking for an engage over there. The Freya did use up her ultimate, but it does not matter. Oh, okay, that's a very interesting play to be making. I'm kind of confused what is God's plan over there.
And but look at the amount of tank the Esma is getting. That's why I would say after the buff, she's kind of a beast in the early and she's providing a lot of value for the god. And even the Kalia. And somehow, that pick, the Lunox pick against the Freya is really not working. I think they should have, sent the Phoveus to the gold instead. Because at the end of the day, they are looking for a late game centered draft because they have a Lunox. They have a Zushin who is strong in the early, even the Lancelot, one of those heroes who is good from mid to the late, and plus one of those heroes who needs kind of a snowball, a bit more of a farm. Maybe that was kind of a wrong decision for them. And this Phoveus pick is not really working out, especially because the gold lead, the map control, the macro is slightly just going into the hands of Team Espadas.
And with that, Brian will be getting that kill over there. Finally, White Titans complete control of this fight, but I feel there might be a huge misplay coming in. But Brian is going back in. He gets the 2. He is looking for the 3rd kill for his team. But the Purify, along with the Soul Lantern, will be keeping this Zusian alive. While Morpheus gets the kill, Phantom Execution coming and he dashes through the objectives. But he is very low, and will he survive? And the answer to that is barely. That turtle shield has bailed him out big time.
Well, but one second skill from God and he's already deleted off the face of the map. And with this 9 minutes into the game, look at the map control. Two turrets from both the lanes already gone. The mid quest here, the map is completely open into the hands. And I think Lunox is a good pick, but the only issue is the range. The range is way too much and there's too much crowd control, but only one purify. So if someone jumps on you, you are literally dead. I think they should have gone in for the Harith instead because at least he can dash away. At least true damage is also there because even though Lunox kind of shuts down the tanks, but then again, don't really have something which is a physical damage dealer. And I think towards the late game when everyone gets those magic defense items, it's kind of hard for the Lunox to give much damage as compared to a physical marksman.
For sure, right now I feel like a bit easy overextended over there. There's the Mystic Gush. Will he get to alt away in time? In fact, he does. But with that, all the other turrets are now in severe danger. The bot side is already gone, so is the top. And all England. Sorry, why did you say England? I said Espada. For some reason, I went World Cup team. Espadas need to do is they have to be patient because the goal lead now is at 5k close to Asuya. So what these guys need to do is just play safe. They have a late game comp. They just need to wait for the opponent to throw first.
But I can already see Team White Titans kind of rushing to win it early, and even though it extends towards the late game, it really doesn't matter because we have the Hanzo who will scale, we have the God who will scale. But look at the shred.
My goodness, the burst, dude, the God, Jun. Stop this man. In fact, he's gonna go in for a weird utility kind of draft by going in for the Ice Queen wand. There is the Hanzo diving back in. He can afford to do that all day as he gets a monster kill for his teammate assisting him. And Jun right now 604 is the KDA. Out of the 12 fights that White Titans have taken, in 10 of them you have a significant contribution from this Grok. From this God. I am really fumbling the names today, man. Hella fumbling. But yeah, there's the AOG coming in. Abyss TZ did go in for a play, but he has to back off as soon as possible. Mystic got used up. He also interestingly pops the Revitalize when the Aegis was right behind him.
Well, 11 minutes and 2 inhibitors gone. And like you said, the Ice Queen wand is actually kind of meta onto the God because his CD is way too less. He can proc that effect, the slow effect which comes from the Ice Queen way too often. It pretty matches up with his damage, with his skills.
Okay, Lunox will finally get the kill onto Shi. The Kalia overextended big time. Big misplay, and this just might be the space that Espada needs. They finally get access to their own jungle without being scared for their damn lives every single time they cannot find that God. So with that being said, the scoreboard 13-5, but the goal lead is not significant enough. While it's a big number, with the draft that Espada is running, gold is not going to matter at one point or the other once you get like a second or third power spike.
Yep, it doesn't, but then the only question is right now, the playmaker is the God with a lot of damage. His stacks onto the sky are also kind of skying at this point. Sky high, so yep, you need to lock him down as a priority target, but then if the Lance dives in, his damage isn't enough. Plus there is way too much crowd control. There is the Kalia, there is the Freya, there is also the Esmeralda with huge zoning potential. So even though Lance can, but he can't because he needs at least one person who can dive in alongside him, and that's something which the Phobos as well as the Kato can do. But then look at the shred already. They can't survive even one or two skills from the God. How are they able to dive in alongside a Lancelot? Or how are they even set to initiate and let the Lance get some space to dive and take down the God? And also, I would say, even if they, dive in, leave their back lines, the Zushin as well as the Lunas, there is the Freya, there is also the Yesma who are just counter diving at this point, and the gold and the equipments are way too much in the hands of Team White Titans, can't really afford anything. But with this, we might see the last team fight. The Lord is also trying to just take down the base, but look at Team Espadas. The defense is there, the heal is there from the Kalia. The Phobius, Esmeralda trying to go in, but finally a shutdown as Jinjin gets taken down. The Phobius also jumping, a double kill for the Lancelot. Really low HP onto the Abyss, using up his faster just to heal up onto that Esmeralda. Phoebus also comes back for the help. The Lord though is trying to shred down the base. And with this kind of a successful defense as 3 kills into their hands, Phoebus still dives in for the Esmeralda. It will be a 4-man wipe out. Esmeralda still remains. She'll be able to move back though. The rest of the team also trying to follow up onto that Esma, but very unfortunate, I would say. Kind of an overcommit, a waste of a Lord, as one good set coming in from the Phobos as well as Abyss did get them this game back. With this, Void Titans had to back off for a while. Team Espadas finally getting some breather, finally getting some gold back. You can finally see some, I can see the attack speed, the pauldron for the Freya being built up, but the Lance, I think he's the biggest winner here because he has almost all of his equipments except one. Maybe he's going in for the Hunter Strike and finally trying to getting his blue. I would say a Lance without a blue is half Lance. With this, we can still see the map control is due in the hands of Team White Titans because they are doing pretty good. All of their inhibitors are still left, and Team Espadas, they have lost all 3 of the turrets inhibitors, so they will be facing quite a lot of pressure. The next Lord is nearing up, and look at the Esmeralda. She has the confidence that even if she goes in, clears the lane solo, she can still dive in and escape at this point because she is tanky enough for that. And the map control, the zone. I think it's an easy lot for the side of Team White Titans, but Team Espadas, I don't think so that they do have a chance for this Lord. They might look for some defense, but then again, will they be able to defend the second Lord of the game? With this, the Lord will be coming up pretty soon, but I think the lane sync is kind of bad on the side of Team White Titans. We should have waited a bit, but okay, it's pretty good for now. Lane sync is there, it's kind of perfect. The Lord is also marching up. Will Team Espadas be able to defend as only one inhibitor remains, which is also destroyed, but look at the knockup coming in from the Kalia. Along with the AOG, the Prey also dives into the backline to Lord, and they're trying to mark down onto the base. The Phantom Execution just shut someone down, but look at the Freya still marking down, locking down onto the base, and with this easy victory for the side of Team White Titans.
Victory!
I would say pretty good match coming up from both the sides, but the only issue which I saw was a bit of a lack of synergy. And you really need a marksman. The Lunox is good onto the goal, but just pit her up against a marksman, right? She can't really 1v1 against a Freya, especially if she's on not even on a flicker. She is on a purify, which is getting baited again and again, and she has only one light out. The frontliners are not even enough, and that Zushin after the work buff, nerf really didn't work out for them because the Hanzo was constantly locking down onto the Zushin. It was locking down onto the Lunox because at the end of the day, they are easy targets, they are squishy. So I think a bit of a draft from the side of Team Espadas and the Phobius. Of course, Phobius is kind of a meta pick, but then again, the synergy, the dive-ins didn't really execute properly for them. And as expected, it is the cord on the MVP. Team Espadas did have the chance to take the cord. I don't know why they went in for Lunox as well as both the Zushin, but it is what it is for now. Congratulations, Team VT, on making it. And unfortunately, Team Espadas will be getting eliminated from this tournament. And with this, we will be signing off for now, but do stay tuned because we have more matches to come.
Does not mean you keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in because it's not looking good. Masab also going with a chassis folder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's rough. It's rough. What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
That Queen's
Atlas
Wings is gonna be able
Alapu?
to save him out. Lord spawned in. Guinevere, I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's gonna be the Zushing popping in. Benedict going and taking away Fam, the main core damage dealer. And this might be over for the side of Ice White Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruda gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away. Invoker
Specialize
falls.
on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever, but with this the Metal also goes in, the circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind. With this the Arlord also trying to defend, a lot of damage onto the base, but look at that, finally Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down, a double kill, a triple kill for Kuni. 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, as well as the Zaman Force, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defend for as the game goes late. I think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake. But we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the potato with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as YSS gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. Even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the Goop Rise. Will be a Mania coming in. Ishinshin gonna get the beating of the veteran, as well as it will be a Savage, but Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming Showdown. From
Just Aura
one
walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely calmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
is coming in for another invasion. Now Bedouin is getting chunked down. 3 falls down there. Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, was getting a lot of damage from the air, but Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness, a little bit of overextension will be punishing. And now we see
Here is
Koto
about to
double on.
get busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not at all a Luminous Lord. Not at all an Infernal Lord. It's a Luminous Lord. It does have the sustain. Look at it. Lord is getting all those damages, but it will get defended for sure. But the spatial migration with the Alpha goes in there. Look at the damage coming in from the behind. It's Kyra, but it will be a slain onto Linkin Park. Bazooka fire. Double kill Krolo. Kyra goes down as well. That will be the inhibitor securance. And now you just have 2 of the members remaining. Can you defend it all the way? But that will be another stun coming in. Baksha is getting busted down. Immortality popped up. Lilia comes in for the burst. And this will be the high loss falling down. But Lilia does have some sense here. Will be taking out, but the lockdown on the base is happening. And One Soul Legacy with an epic comeback. From a deficit to a win.
तो ये व्यूअर्स सज्जनों, स्वागत है आपका यहाँ पे हुक गेमिंग शोडाउन पे। उसी के साथ आज के ये मैचेस वो चलते हुए जा रहे हैं। आगे की बात करें तो आखिरी मैच ये रहेगा आज का, और देखते हैं कि किस तरीके से ये टीम जो है आपस में लड़ती हुई जीतेगी। कास्टिंग करने के लिए मैं आ चुका हूँ, आपका कास्टर राव। मेरे साथ कास्टिंग करेंगे, जुड़ेंगे बड़े समय के बाद जय भाई। जानते हैं उनसे क्या हाल चाल रहेंगे उनके। तो जय भाई, क्या हाल चाल है आपके?
जी बिल्कुल शिंदे भाई, बहुत ही बढ़िया हालचाल है। और चलिए, आज का जो मैच है काफ़ी रोमांचक होने वाला है। साथ ही साथ जो मैं आपके साथ कास्टिंग कर रहा हूँ काफ़ी दिनों बाद, काफ़ी महीनों के बाद, तो फीलिंग्स तो बहुत अच्छा आ रहा है। आई होप कि जो मैच होने वाला है वो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच रहे, क्योंकि अभी जो अपर ब्रैकेट और लोअर ब्रैकेट का मैचेस चल रहे हैं तो ऑलमोस्ट जो है फाइनल्स की तरफ जा रहे हैं, राइट। तो मैचेस जो होंगे इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला ही होगा। और इसके साथ साथ हम लोग जो है बैन और सेक्शन में आ चुके हैं शिंडा, और इसके साथ जुशिन जो है, क्या बात है शिंडा, 3-4 महीने हो गए हम गए हुए हैं, उसके बाद भी जुशिन आज भी बैन में दिखने को मिलता है क्या? उनको तो नफ कर दिया गया था।
जी बिल्कुल, नर्फ आया था उनके ऊपर, लेकिन अभी भी फ्रंट लेनर्स को काफ़ी ज़्यादा दिक्कत देती हैं और एक अच्छी जुशिन प्लेयर बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस क्रिएट कर जाती हैं, तो इसलिए उनको बैन करना ही सही समझदारी रहती है। बात करें मार्शल की, तो वो भी यहाँ पे बैन होते हुए हमें दिखेंगे, उसके साथ-साथ यहाँ पे क्लॉड, ब्लैक मिथ की तरफ से बैन आता हुआ। बात करें होपीक्स भी, यहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन-सी टीम आज थोड़ा-सा जीत की तरफ बढ़ती हुई जाएगी, क्योंकि लोअर ब्रैकेट के जो मैचेज़ हैं यहाँ पे चल रहे हैं, आपके पास एक ही मौका रहने वाला है और कोशिश आपको एक बोल सकते हैं कि सेकंड चांस दिया गया है। जो पहले मैच में गलती हुई थी उसको सुधारने के लिए आपके पास ये आखिरी मौका है। अगर यहाँ से भी हारेंगे तो फिर आपके पास चांसेस सारे खत्म हो जाएँगे, आप सीधा बाहर इस टूर्नामेंट से हो जाएँगे। तो इसलिए थोड़े से बोल सकते हैं कि स्टेक्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा हाई हैं और उसी के साथ यहाँ पे कैरी वो बैन आती हुई हमें दिखेंगी।
जी, और शिनरा एक बात ऐसा लग रहा है कि होप गेमिंग जो है यहाँ पे जो होप कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे शायद जो फर्स्ट पिक होगा या जो पिक्स उनकी तरफ से आने वाले हैं, आई थिंक वो शायद टैंक की पिक्स की तरफ जाने वाले हैं। इसलिए देखिए अभी कैरी को बैन कर लिया गया है, टैंक को जो मतलब अफेक्ट कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे उनको भी बैन कर दिया गया है। लेकिन राइट नाउ जो सिचुएशन ऐसा चल रहा है कि होप्स की तरफ से कुछ प्रोबेबिलिटी चांस मुझे लग रहा है कि वो लोग यहाँ पे टैंक जो है वो टैंक मतलब पिक ज़्यादा टैंकी हीरोज जो होता है पिक करने के चांसेस बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगा। जैसे फेडरिन यहाँ पे जंगल पे देख सकते हैं, इसके साथ साथ बेलेडी के अदर ऐसे इस कुछ टाइप्स के हीरो देखने की मौका दिया जाएगा। और यहाँ पे राइट नाउ ब्लैक मिथ्स की तरफ से बात करें तो यहाँ पे वो लोग ऐसे हीरोज बैन करे जो बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत दे सकता है, या मोबिलिटी हो, या जो वन शॉट बर्स्ट डैमेज। आजकल पक्की तो जो हम लोग बहुत देखते हैं, पीक हो रहा है, अगर पीक नहीं होता है तो वो बैन लिस्ट में जाने को देखने को बहुत ही ज़्यादा बर्स्ट डैमेज जो है पाकिस्तान में आ चुका है, वो चीज़ भी हमें देखने का मौका दिया जा रहा है शिमरा।
जी बिल्कुल। और उसी के साथ तीसरा बैन आता हुआ दिखेगा टीम होप ई-स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ से। थोड़ा-सा जो है टीम के साथ विमर्श करते हुए छुड़ेंगे ज़रूर और यहाँ पे तीसरा बैन चलिए एटलस उसके ऊपर होता हुआ दिखेगा। हालाँकि थोड़ा चेंजेज़ अभी ज़रूर आए हैं इनके ऊपर और मेटा में वापसी होती हुई दिख रही है। टूर्नामेंट्स की बात करें तो वहाँ भी थोड़े से पिक होते हुए दिख रहे हैं। उनका जो पैसिव है बेसिकली अब आर्टिक कोल्ड बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत देता है और ऐसे असैसन जिनके पास मोबिलिटी ज़्यादा रहती है उनको खासकर ज़्यादा दिक्कत देता है, जैसे सीयू हो गए, ऐसे हीरोज़ को। अब बात करते हैं पिक करने के लिए कौन से हीरो की तरफ जाएँगे। थोड़ा सस्टेन की तरफ जाते हुए दिख सकते हैं। फेडरेन, अकाई ऐसे हीरोज़ आप लेना ज़रूर चाहेंगे। फ्रेया ओपन है तो फ्रेया के ऊपर भी यहाँ पे बाज़ी लगाते हुए दिख सकते हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले फोबियस उठाते हुए दिखेगी टीम ब्लैक मिथ्स। उनकी तरफ से जो है पहला पिक फोबियस।
ये शिनरा यहाँ पे फोबियस बहुत ही अच्छा खासा पीक है, मैं कहना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि अच्छे खासे डैश वेव्स का काउंटर करते सस्टेन भी कर सकते हैं। उनको पकड़ना भी थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, काफी ज्यादा जो है उनकी डैमेज जो है मिड टू लेट गेम पे हमें देखने का मौका दिया जाता है, राइट। तो यहाँ पे ऐसा आपका क्या ओपिनियन होगा कि यहाँ पे फेडरिन जो सॉरी यहाँ पे फोबियस जो फर्स्ट पिक किया गया है उसकी जगह पे कुछ और पिक्स भी जो है यहाँ पे हो सकते थे, क्योंकि जो आजकल मेटा में चल रहा हो।
जी बिल्कुल। फ्रेया था, बादशाह थे, ऑप्शन बहुत सारे हैं। फोबियस के साथ आप थोड़ा-सा एनिमी को फ़ोर्स करवा देते हैं कि आप जो है ना यहाँ पे हैरिथ वगैरह जो है वो पिक्स जो है डिनाय करे जाएँ। तो इसलिए यहाँ पे बोल सकते हैं कि वो सेफ पिक करके सामने वाले को फ़ोर्स पिक करवाया जाएगा। चलिए मॉस्को यहाँ पे आते हुए दिखेंगे और उसके साथ-साथ गॉड वो मिड लेन की तरफ जाते हुए दिखेंगे। अब ब्लैक मिथ के पास ऑप्शन रहेगा, वो गोल्ड लेन पे हैरिथ की तरफ जा सकते हैं, मॉस्को को अच्छा खासा यहाँ पे जो अर्ली गेम पे डोमिनेट कर सकते हैं। तो वो आपके पास एक चांस ज़रूर बनता हुआ दिख सकता है। लेट्स सी यहाँ पे कि ब्लैक मिथ क्या जाना चाहेंगी, फ्रेया भी ओपन यहाँ पे रहने वाला है, सुई ओपन रहने वाला है, फेडरिन ओपन रहने वाला है। तो ऑप्शन आपके पास बहुत सारे हैं। बट देखना पड़ेगा कि मेज और एमएम पे क्या
ओ,
उठाना चाहते हैं। और यहाँ पे ब्रूनो के साथ जाना चाहते हैं। बात करें ब्रूनो हालाँकि थोड़ा रिसेंटली अभी इनके ऊपर थोड़ा-सा चेंजेज़ वग़ैरह आए हैं। जिसके कारण इनके जो पैसिव है उनके ऊपर थोड़ा-सा काम किया गया है। सेकंड स्किल से पहले जो स्टन पड़ता था, अब स्टन नहीं पड़ता है। जस्ट बॉल आपके पास वहाँ पे आती है उनकी और बोल सकते हैं कि ज़्यादा ट्रिगर कर सकते हैं अपने पैसिव को अब लगातार
जी
ट्रिगर कर सकते
जी।
हैं। पहले 2 बॉल्स आती थी, अब लगातार आप जो है 3 बॉल भी स्पैम कर सकते हैं। तो वो
जी
देखने वाली बात है। अब यहाँ पे देखिए रेंज के लिए मेज के तौर पे आपने फारसा उठाई है अगेंस्ट द गॉड तो वो बढ़िया रहता है क्योंकि ये दोनों ही ऐसी मेज है जिनको स्टिल रहना पड़ता है जब भी उनका अल्टीमेट यूज़ होता है। तो वहाँ पे आपके पास जो है आप गॉड से थोड़ा-सा जीत सकते हैं, बट ओवरऑल की बात की जाए तो एग्ज़ीक्यूशन के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा।
जी, बिल्कुल शिंडा, इसी के साथ-साथ यहाँ पे फ़ार्सा लिया गया और एस्माल्टा यहाँ पे लिया गया है। तो यहाँ पे फोवियस के अगेंस्ट एस्माल्टा शायद जाने वाले हैं, तो अच्छा खासा पिक दोनों टीम की तरफ से एक सस्टेन कर सकता है और एक जो शील्ड को जो है अच्छे खासे जो शील्ड को काउंटर कर सकता है। पिक यहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्क्विशी दो एक-एक पिक जो यहाँ पे सस्टेन किया गया है और 2-2 पिक जो यहाँ पे स्क्विशी प्लस बर्स्ट डैमेज टाइप हीरोज़ पिक किए गए। फ़ार्सा का फेदर स्ट्राइक बहुत अच्छा खासा डैमेज देता है। मॉस्कोव जो है आजकल जो है वो फाइट के वक़्त पीछे से जाके भी जो है स्क्विशी हीरोज़ को जो है निकालने में सक्षम रखते हैं और मॉस्कोव का काफ़ी ज़्यादा एट स्पीड बिल्ड पे जाएँगे तो उसका डैमेज भी बहुत ज़्यादा आता है। लेकिन आजकल एक चीज़ ये है कि मिया हुआ जो है वो भी काफ़ी अच्छा ट्रेंडिंग में चल रहा है क्योंकि उनका पास जो मोबिलिटी प्लस उनके पास जो अपना स्किल है जो इससे वो बेसिकली इम्यून होते हैं हर सीसी क्राउड कंट्रोल से उससे भी जाके जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा डैमेज आउटपुट भी देते हैं, राइट। सो यहाँ पे से गॉड हो गया या ऐसे हीरो से उसके अगेंस्ट अगर ब्रूनो की जगह ऐसे कोई टाइप का हीरो ले लेता थोड़ा बहुत मोबिलिटी भी हो जो मतलब बचने में भी सक्षम रहे, उस टाइप का हीरो अच्छा नहीं होता शिंडा यहाँ पे।
बात कर सकते हैं बिल्कुल। देखिए ऑप्शन बहुत सारे थे, क्लॉड की तरफ भी जा सकते थे आप, क्लॉड आपके पास ओपन था। क्लॉड जाते तो ईज़िली आप जो है बैकलेन को टारगेट कर सकते थे। ब्रूनो के साथ दिक्कत ये आई है कि आपको बैकलेन की तरफ जो है कोई हीरो नहीं रहेगा, सिवाय मेज वहाँ पे पोक दे पाएँगी और उनकी तरफ से एक अच्छा खासा अल्टीमेट आता है तो तभी आपका जो है एक बोल सकते हैं कि जो कॉम्प है वो काम करता हुआ दिखेगा। और दूसरी साइड से देखिए यहाँ पे लिंक बैन किया जाएगा। नहीं चाहते हैं कि बैकलेन को किसी भी तरीके का खतरा यहाँ पे आते हुआ दिखे। तो उनकी तरफ से बोल सकते हैं कि एक अच्छी रणनीति है और देखना पड़ेगा और क्या बैन्स होते हैं। फेडरिन तो बैन हो चुका है। आई थिंक अकाई की तरफ भी जाते हुए देख सकते हैं आखिरी बैन अकाई अगर बैन होता है तो मैं कहूँगा बढ़िया रहेगा क्योंकि अभी उनका जो हेवी स्पिन है वो बहुत अच्छे तरीके से बोल सकते हैं यूटिलिटी बहुत ही अच्छा खासा यहाँ पे चल रहा है। और पिछले कुछ मैचेस में बात करें तो अकाई नंबर 1 प्योरिटी बने हुए हैं जो टूर्नामेंट्स की बात करें तो वहाँ पे।
आकाई अच्छा खासा चलता है, आकाई ऐसे जंगलर भी बहुत अच्छा बढ़िया चलता है। इसी के साथ साथ अभी राइट नाउ ग्लू और फेडरिन मैंने जिस तरीके से बोला था शिनरा, देखिएगा यहाँ पे जो होप जो है थोड़ा सा प्लानिंग पे था टैंकी टाइप के जो आपका यहाँ पे जंगलर लिया जाए, फेडरिन का नाम लिया था, फिर आपने एक नाम और लिया था बख्शिया, उनका भी जो है जंगलिंग पे जाने के से पसंद कर सकते हैं। तो उसी ही जो है संभावना को खारिज करते हुए एक एक जो है फेडरिन उनको जो है यहाँ पे बैन कर दिया गया है, राइट। सो अभी लास्ट बैन जो है यहाँ पे लोअर ब्रैकेट की तरफ से जो होने वाला अभी ब्लैक मिथ की तरफ से एक और बैन बचा हुआ है, वहाँ पे केलिया को बैन किया गया है। तो वो भी नहीं चाहते कि किसी भी तरीके से उनका बैकलाइनर जो है वो पे जाम करने के लिए अपने जो स्लैम स्लैम के द्वारा जो है किसी को ले जाके स्क्विशी जो अपने बर्स्ट डैमेज होता है उसको डैमेज दिया जाए। इसके साथ साथ मातिल्डा हमें देखने को मिलेगा, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मैं बोलना चाहूंगा शिंद्रा। यहाँ पे जो पिक्स हो रहे हैं काफी दिन बाद कास्टिंग कर रहा हूँ, काफी दिन बाद मैचेस देख रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पे शायद बहुत सारे चेंजेस आए होंगे। मातिल्डा को बहुत दिन बाद फिर से देखने का मौका दिया जाए। एक टाइम था मातिल्डा बहुत ही ज्यादा जो यहाँ पे पिक देखने को मिले, हमें मौका दिया जाता तो मातिल्डा देखने को मिला। अभी लास्ट 2 पिक होने वाला है ब्लैक मिक्स की तरफ से, शिंडा गैस करेंगे क्या पिक होने वाला है?
ये देखने वाली बात होगी। मटिल्डा के आगमन से थोड़ा-सा बोल सकते हैं मोबिलिटी अभी रहने वाली है अच्छा खासा और आप थोड़ा-सा आपके पास सस्टेन है, डैमेज है, तो असैसिन की तरफ भी जा सकते हैं, नहीं तो यूटिलिटी की तरफ भी जा सकते हैं, तो दिक्कत तो नहीं होगा। ये बैकलेन से डैमेज देने के लिए 2 हीरोज़ आपके पास रहेंगे। और देखिए मैं बोल ही रहा था कि हैरिथ को जो है काउंटर पिक यहाँ पे किया जाएगा। फूवियस इसलिए पिक किया गया था कि सामने अगर हैरिथ ना चलिए हार्ले यहाँ पे पिक किया गया, हैरिथ नहीं। और हार्ले की बात की जाए तो अर्ली गेम पे आपको थोड़े से बोल सकते हैं कि स्नोबॉल की ज़रूरत रहती है। अगर अच्छे खासे किल्स मिल जाते हैं, तो फिर आपका जो है एक बोल सकते हैं कि आपने एक
ओ
टेम्पो सेट कर लिया है। और उसी के साथ बोल ही रहे थे कि हम लोग बादशाह उनका आगमन होता हुआ दिखेगा। वो जो शील्ड है ना एस्मेराल्डा की जो हील्स वगैरह जो जितनी भी शील्ड वगैरह आनी है उसको काउंटर करने के लिए यहाँ पे जो है बादशाह लिया गया है। अब थोड़ा-सा हमको देखना पड़ेगा बादशाह शायद रोम की तरफ जाते हुए दिखेंगे हमको और जंगल की तरफ जो है वो हार्ले दिख रहे हैं।
जी
तो
जी बिल्कुल शिंडा।
ओवरऑल बात की जाए ना तो थोड़ा सेंट्रिक लग रहा
ओ
है कि गेम में कॉम्पोजिशन जिस तरीके से बन रहा है और इसी के साथ यहाँ पे देखिए ब्राट्स आते हुए दिखेंगे। बात करें ब्राट्स की अभी इनके ऊपर जो ट्वीक्स वगैरह आए थे, जिसके कारण अब सीधा अल्टीमेट अगर मारे तो फुल स्टैक हो जाते हैं। उसके साथ-साथ अभी टूर्नामेंट में हालाँकि बोल सकते हैं कि धीरे-धीरे अभी पकड़ बनाना चालू करी है। ज़्यादा नज़र में नहीं आया है ये पिक लेकिन ओवरऑल बोल सकते हैं काफ़ी अंडररेटेड पिक है। बट वर्क कर सकता है बराट के साथ आपको मोबिलिटी मटिल्डा प्रदान करेगी अपने अल्टीमेट के द्वारा। सर्जिंग ईगल का इस्तेमाल करते हुए तो बैकलेन की तरफ आपके मेज, एमएम और हार्ले जो है ना उनके ऊपर थोड़ी-सी दिक्कत आती हुई हमें दिख सकती है।
जी, बिल्कुल। यहाँ पे बटरस्कॉच जो है, यहाँ पे हमारे बारात लेके जो आएँगे, बटरस्कॉच एक्स बारात। ये गेम देखने के लिए काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा। लेकिन यहाँ पे एक चीज़ देखना पड़ेगा, हार्ले जो है मेरे हिसाब से अर्ली टू मिड गेम तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा डोमिनेट करेंगे, लेकिन मिड से लेट गेम की स्टेज की तरफ जैसे-जैसे जाते रहेंगे, वो अगर गॉड के पास जाते हैं, गॉड अगर चलिए कोई मैजिक डिफेंस आइटम कुछ भी उठा लिया, या वो पीछे से बैकलाइन से खेल रहे हैं, या मॉस्को के पास जाते हैं, तो ये दोनों जो इज़िली मेल्ट कर सकते हैं। हार्डली मिड टू
Seconds
अर्ली
till
टू
the
मिड गेम
enemy
काफ़ी
reaches
डोमिनेट
the
कर सकते हैं।
battlefield.
लेकिन
Smash them.
लेट गेम पे जाके उनका थोड़ा-सा जो है प्रभाव कम हो जाता है। हाँ, अच्छा खासा स्नोबॉलिंग मिला, टीम्स को मौका नहीं मिला, 8 से 10-12 मिनट के अंदर गेम खत्म कर दिया, ओपोनेंट का एमएम जो उनको फार्म नहीं मिला, वो बढ़िया रहेगा। लेकिन अगर इस यहाँ पे फार्मिंग मिल जाता है मॉस्को और गॉड को, तो काफ़ी दिक्कत का सामना करना पड़ सकता है यहाँ पे।
जी बिल्कुल। और इसी के साथ नया जंगी रूट वो स्टार्ट होता हुआ दिखेगा हमको। जाएंगे ब्राट्स सीधा, वो जो लिजर्ड है वहाँ पे, लिजर्ड तो नहीं, वहाँ पे गोलम अभी मौजूदा रहेंगे। उससे पहले जो वहाँ पे जो कॉकरोच टाइप के रहते हैं उधर क्रीप, उससे स्टार्ट करते हुए दिखे। अब गए हैं अपने बफ की तरफ, वहाँ से जो रोटेशन आता हुआ दिखेगा बॉटम लेन की तरफ। तो टर्टल की साइड वो फाइट लेने की यहाँ पे जो है आगमन होता हुआ देख सकता है। अब बात करें यहाँ पे थोड़ा अर्ली गेम फोबियस को सेफ खेलना पड़ेगा। कोशिश यही करनी पड़ेगी एस्मराल्डा को जो है ना यहाँ पे शील्ड ना दिया जाए, जितना अवॉइड हो सके उतना ही आपको क्लोज रेंज फाइट अवॉइड करनी पड़ेगी। मिनियंस के साथ ही आपको खेलना पड़ेगा। और देखिए अर्ली गेम में थोड़ी सी दिक्कत आता हुआ दिखेगा, वो डैमेज देते हुए दिखे। बादशाह का बात करें तो थोड़ा सा भी जंगलिंग स्पीड वगैरह भी घटा दिया है, जितने भी यूटिलिटी लोग हैं थोड़ा सा डैमेज दिया वहाँ पे। लेकिन ओवरऑल की बात करें तो अच्छी तरीके से यहाँ मेंटेन करते हुए चल रहे हैं। और फोबियस के ऊपर इस समय एस्मराल्डा भारी पड़ती है, वो काउंटर दिख रहा है कि जिस तरीके से वो सामने जो है डैमेज देती हुई दिख रही है। ब्रूनो की बात करें तो वो अभी मौजूदा रहेंगे इधर की साइड पे, थोड़ा सा टॉप लेन और होल्ड करके जो गेम अभी खेला जा रहा है। टीम जो है वो रेडी रहेगी टर्टल के समय जो है जो फाइट होगी ना वहाँ पे, तो वहाँ से जो है वो गेम का टेम्पो जो है वो सेटअप होता हुआ दिखेगा हमको।
जी, यहाँ पे जो एस्मराल्डा लिया गया है फोबियस के अगेंस्ट, काफ़ी ज़्यादा अभी के लिए तो जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो है सक्सेसफुल देखने का मौका दिया जाए। इसके साथ टर्टल जो है 7 सेकंड में आने वाला है, तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग मैच है। शुरुआत हो चुका है। यहाँ पे फारसा पे भी पोक किया जा रहा है। फारसा का एचपी कम है, अगर टर्टल फाइट होता है मेज का एचपी कम होता है, तो यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा चांस है कि फारसा पे गैंक होने की संभावना हो, क्योंकि मेज का अगर बर्स्ट में इसको आप सस्टेन करने के लिए मेज को यहाँ से जो है मैच से बाहर निकालते तो आपको काफ़ी ज़्यादा एडवांटेज प्लस किल भी मिल सकता है। इसके साथ टर्टल फाइट धीरे धीरे शुरू हो चुका है। एस्मराल्डा यहाँ पे विजिबिलिटी दे रहे बूच के अंदर यहाँ पे बरस जाकर जब अपने पोक कर रहे हैं, तो राइट नाउ सिचुएशन ऐसा है कि टर्टल पे जो फाइट होगा उस पर शायद हमें 1-2 फर्स्ट ब्लड भी देखने का मौका दिया सकता है। इसके साथ एक अच्छा खासा जो है फाइट शुरुआत देख सकते हैं। फर्स्ट प्लेयर सेकंड शुरुआत हो चुका है, जिस तरीके से शुरू कर चुका है। टर्टल बहुत ज़्यादा कम है, हार्डली यहाँ पे अपना जब का जो प्रभाव यूज़ करते हो यहाँ पे एक टर्टल लेके जाएंगे, तो ज़्यादा फर्स्ट ब्लड लेके जाएंगे ब्लैक मेट्स। तो यहाँ पे राइट नाउ सिचुएशन जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग जा रहा है ब्लैक मेट्स के लिए। अर्ली गेम जो है डोमिनेट करना शुरू कर दिया है। जिस तरीके से मैंने कहा था कि अर्ली टू मिड गेम हार्डली अच्छा खासा डोमिनेट कर सकते हैं, उनके पास स्किल होता है जो जिसके वजह से वो जो है लिटरली जो है यहाँ पे अपना स्किल यूज़ करके आगे भी जाके पीछे भी आगे के लिए डैश की संभावना रखते हैं। लेकिन अभी लेवल 5 हो चुका है फोबियस और लेवल 5 एस्मराल्डा, यहाँ पे जो फाइट होने वाला है वो सिचुएशन थोड़ा सा टफ हो सकता देखने को मिल सकता है हमें।
तो बिल्कुल टॉप लेन की तरफ थोड़ा सा स्क्रिमिश होता हुआ हमें दिखेगा और उसी के साथ बादशाह मौजूदा रहेंगे। वो लिथो वनर लेने का प्रयास करते हुए दिखेंगे। दूसरी साइड की बात करें बॉटम लेन पे फाइट ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो गई है। फोबियस लगातार कंटिन्यूसली डैमेज देते हुए दिख रहे हैं, अच्छा खासा डैमेज यहाँ पे उनकी तरफ से भी आता हुआ। और दोनों की बात करें अभी दोनों ही खिलाड़ी यहाँ पे लेवल 5 के रहेंगे जरूर। वो हल्का सा बोल सकते हैं कि एक बढ़त यहाँ पे एमएम को जरूर मिलेगी। और यहाँ पे थोड़ा डैमेज देते हुए दिख रहे हैं, लगातार फोक करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वहां पे देखिए डेडली मैजिक आएगा जरूर। फ्लिकर फोर्स आउट करवाया जाएगा जिसके कारण आप पीछे हटेंगे और फ्लिकर आपका भी यूज हो गया है। दोबारा से बात करें तो उधर भी हल्का हल्का जो डैमेज है वो आता हुआ दिखेगा। ओवरऑल बात करें तो रोटेशन जिस तरीके से आ रहा है टीम्स का, बोल सकते हैं कि काफी ज्यादा स्लो पेस गेम यहाँ पे चलता हुआ जा रहा है। टीम जो है ज्यादा गलतियां नहीं करना चाहती है और लाइक ऐसा अभी तक हमको ऐसा कोई फाइट देखने को नहीं मिला, एक ऐसा इनिशिएट देखने को नहीं मिला जहां से जो टेम्पो है वो सेटअप होता हुआ दिखे। लेकिन उससे पहले पराट्स वहां पे आते हुए दिखेंगे, अल्टीमेट का इस्तेमाल किया है, रोकने का प्रयास किया जाएगा और यहाँ पे सस्टेन करना चाहते जरूर अंदर की तरह, लेकिन फोबियस उड़ते हुए जाएंगे डैमेज देते हुए लगातार, लेकिन उनको फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया जाएगा। सर्जिंग एगल का इस्तेमाल किया गया था और उसी के साथ मटिल्डा बाहर निकलते हुए जाएंगे, लेकिन उनके ऊपर प्रहार होता हुआ पराट्स एक एचपी बचते हुए निकलेंगे और उसी के साथ फरिया स्थिति यहाँ पे खाता जरूर खुलेगा वो ई स्पोर्ट्स का। और अभी जो गेम है वो दोबारा टर्टल के लिए जाएंगे, लेकिन टर्टल आपके हाथ से चला जाएगा दोस्त। और टर्टल यहाँ से आपके हाथ से जाना एक किल के बदले तो वो थोड़ा सा बोल सकते हैं कि बैलेंस आउट हो गया है।
जी, बिल्कुल शिंदा। इसी के साथ मैं कहना चाहूँगा अभी टॉप लेन पे गैंक होना बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि जितना भी बोलिए मॉस्को अगर फॉर्म होता है तो होप के पास एक होप अभी भी रहेगा कि वो गेम को जो है बदलने का। तो राइट नाउ ऐसा सिचुएशन होने वाला है कि ब्लैकमेस को थोड़ा सा जो है गेम पे फोकस करते हुए टॉप लेन पे जाके थोड़ा सा मॉस्को पे गैंक किया जाए, ताकि उनका फार्मिंग जो है थोड़ा सा स्लो किया जाए। राइट नाउ आप देखेंगे अगर इसी के साथ साथ ये कहते होते फर्स्ट का फेदर स्ट्राइक के साथ मॉस्को जो हो यहाँ से जो है गेम से बाहर लेके जाएंगे और फिर से जो है मॉस्को वापस अपनी बेस की तरफ से वापस आएंगे। तो राइट नाउ सिचुएशन ऐसा हो रहा है कि ब्लैकमेस जो है अब गेम को पूरा अपने काबू में रख रहे हैं शिंडा। वो गेम को बाहर हाथ से जाने नहीं दे रहे, तो काफ़ी अच्छा बात है ये गेम की। आप गेम जो चल रहा है वो अपने कंट्रोल में रख रहे हैं कि हाँ टॉप लेन गैंग बॉट लेन गैंग ये जो सिचुएशन चल रहा है बहुत ही बढ़िया सिचुएशन ब्लैक मिस की तरफ से जा रहा है राइट नाउ।
जी बिल्कुल। और ये देखिए बात करें आइटमाइजेशन की तो वो थोड़े से अभी बनते हुए दिखेंगे। ग्लोइंग बॉन्ड यहाँ पे इमेज के द्वारा बनता हुआ दिखेगा और जीनियस बॉन्ड यहाँ पे हारने के द्वारा। तो पहला जो बिल्ड है वो कंप्लीट होता हुआ दिखेगा। और उसी के साथ साथ गॉड अभी मौजूदा रहेंगे, पोजीशन लेना चाहते हैं, उधर की साइड फाइट होती है दिखेगी। सर्चिंग नहीं करता, इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, मिस्टिक गज आएगा जरूर, लेकिन यहाँ पे अंदर की तरफ लेते हुए जाएंगे। वो मिस्टिक गज लगने वाला था, फिनिश ऑफ करने वाले थे, लेकिन उसी के साथ डेथ उनको मिलेगी ये मृत्यु भेंट में। और ये के पीछे से आएंगे मोबिलिटी का इस्तेमाल करते हुए, डेडली मैजिक का इस्तेमाल किया लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा रेंज से दूर, और उसके साथ एयर स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं आखिरी कोशिश उनकी तरफ से, लेकिन ये फाइट बहुत ज्यादा गलत इनिशिएट होती हुई जाएगी। फ्लिकर का इस्तेमाल करेंगे और उसी के साथ समुराई उनको पकड़ा जाएगा। ब्लैक में इस समय थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल करती हुई उनकी तरफ से जो लीड आई थी वो पूरी अब धीरे धीरे जाने लगी है। हर एक किल के साथ वो अपनी जो लीड है वो देते हुए जाएंगे और उसी के साथ मौके का फायदा उठाते हुए स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बढ़त बनाएंगे। बॉटम लेन जो है वो फिनिश ऑफ हो जाएगा। अब यहाँ पे दिक्कत यही है, मॉस्को जो है वो टीम फाइट ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपना एसओडी लगा के, जहाँ की ब्रूनो को टीम फाइट पे आना पड़ेगा। और देखिए मिस्टिक गज लगता हुआ बहुत ज्यादा डैमेज, ब्रूनो पीछे हटेंगे और ये चर्चल फिर दोबारा से जाएगा। और होप अब टेम्पो टीम होप स्पोर्ट्स ने वो सेट कर दिया है, उनकी तरफ से जो लीड वहाँ पे चल रही थी उसको बैक करते हुए अब जो है यहाँ पे होप स्पोर्ट्स वो आगे बढ़ती हुई जा रही है। अगर इनको जल्दी ही काउंटर नहीं किया गया, वो बैलेंस आउट नहीं लेके आए, तो आपकी टीम जो है फिर लगातार गिरती हुई जाएंगी। बाकी आएंगे पीछे से, दिल्ली मैजिक का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, सचिन ईगल, लेकिन उसका प्रयास होने नहीं वाला है क्योंकि फ्रूट पंच वहां पे मौजूदा रहेंगे और उसी के साथ एक किक उनकी तरफ से पड़ेगा और सीधा जो है मटिल्डा वो पेपर की तरह मेल्ट होती हुई इस समय।
जी बिल्कुल शिंदे, राइट नाउ सिचुएशन थोड़ा सा जो है प्रेशर देते जा रहा है, लेकिन इसके साथ मॉस्को जो है मॉस्को पे फोकस बना के अभी भी रख रहे हैं। ब्लैक मिक्स को एक बात ज़रूर पता है कि यहाँ पे फाइट चल रहा है, कुछ भी चल रहा है, अगर ओपोनेंट के एमएम को जो है ज़्यादा यहाँ पे फार्मिंग ना दी जाए, उनको प्रेशर में रखा जाए, तो लेट गेम का सिचुएशन जो है अगर हमारा एमएम फार्म होता है तो कहीं ना कहीं वो घूम सकता है। अभी हाथ से धीरे धीरे गैप दे रहे ब्लैक मिक्स, फिर भी देखिए उनको हार्डली देखिए यहाँ पे सामुराई जो अच्छा खासा यहाँ पे फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे जो बैठे हुए नजर लगा कि कोई आए उनको जो यहाँ पे स्किल्स के द्वारा जो उनको मौत दिया जाए, लेकिन वो सक्षम नहीं हुआ क्योंकि वहाँ पे एस्मार्ड और माटिल्डा जो है दोनों आ गए थे। वो मॉस्को के लिए वेट करते जरूर रहे थे लेकिन वो हो नहीं पाया। तो सिचुएशन काफी अच्छा खासा चल रहा है राइट नाउ दोनों टीम के लिए शिंजा।
जी बिल्कुल। और ये देखिए थोड़ी सा एक प्रयास करते हुए दिखेंगे हमको वो डैमेज देते हुए। टॉप लेन की बात करें तो वहां पे दिक्कत हो सकती है, हाल ही थोड़ा पीछे संभल के खेलते हुए दिख रहे हैं। उनकी तरफ से एक प्रयास जरूर रहेगा, लेकिन वो टारगेट किसको करे दिक्कत ये आ रही है, या जिसको भी वो डेडली मैजिक लगा रहे हैं तो फ्लिकर आउट कर दे रहा है, या तो फिर वो रेंज से इतना ज्यादा बाहर हो जा रहा है कि हाल अपना बेसिक उसके बाद मार ही नहीं पा रहे। और दिखा एडमेंशन की तरफ जा रहे थे, रीजेंट यहाँ पे बाक्शे ने बनाया है। उसके साथ साथ यहाँ पे अल्टीमेट लगाते हुए दिखेंगे मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल, लेकिन उसको सस्टेन करते हुए गए किसी भी तरह वो भी अंदर चाहेंगे और 1v2 करना चाहते थे मिस्टिकस वहां पे बचते हुए, और ये देखिए स्टन लगा जिसके कारण वो दाराशाही होंगे यहाँ पे बराट्स। बॉटम लेन की बात करें तो कियो यहाँ पे मौजूदा रहेंगे और वो पुश करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं अपनी टीम के लिए, बढ़िया तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बढ़त बनाना चाहते हैं। और देखिए मटिल्डा वहाँ पे अवेलेबल रहेगी उनको बाहर निकाल निकले, लेकिन दूसरी साइड पे फिनिश ऑफ किया जाएगा ऑफ स्क्रीन, यहाँ पे वो फिनिश ऑफ हो गए हैं और बहुत अच्छा तरीके से आए मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल। ये टीम फाइट पूरी तरीके से चेंज होती हुई ब्रूनो यहाँ पे आएंगे, स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा और मटिल्डा की वो शील्ड बचाई जो है यहाँ पे उनको बचा लिया गया। और उसी के साथ एक एचपी में पीछे हटे मिड की टेरेट की बात करें तो वहां पे आएंगे डैमेज देने के लिए। टॉप लेन से लॉर्ड ऑलरेडी मिल चुका है, तो टीम के पास यहाँ मौका रहेगा फिनिश ऑफ करने के लिए। अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, डैमेज दिया है, पीछे हटे टॉप लेन की तरफ जाएंगे अब लॉर्ड को किसी भी तरीके से फटाफट से रोकने के लिए। ये मौका लॉर्ड लेने का ज़्यादा फायदेमंद देगा नहीं, क्योंकि लेन सिंक नहीं थी आपके पास अच्छी खासी। अगर एक अच्छी तगड़ी लेन सिंक हुई होती तो आप स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बढ़त हासिल कर सकते थे, लेकिन स्ट्रक्चर इजीली डिफेंड करती हुई जा रही है अभी टीम होप स्पोर्ट्स। बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से उनकी तरफ से डिफेंस आता हुआ, लेकिन बॉटम लेन के ऊपर एक थोड़ी सी बोल सकती बढ़त जरूर मिलेगी। और ये देखिए अल्टीमेट का इस्तेमाल करते हुए अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, पीछे हटे हैं, फिर दोबारा से मैप का टेम्पो रीसेट करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हाल ले वो मौके का फायदा उठाते हुए टावर के ऊपर प्रहार और स्ट्रक्चर फाइनली टूटेगा और इन्वर्टेड टर्रेट बचेगा सिर्फ बॉटम लेन का। अब यहाँ पे मिड लेन की तरफ थोड़ी सा बोल सकते हैं कि डैमेज आता हुआ दिख रहा है। वेट कर रहे हैं कि मिड का टर्रेट जब टूटेगा तब एक बढ़िया सा वो पुश मिल सकता है उन टीम को। और यहाँ पे देखना है कि किस तरीके से वो जाते हैं अंदर की तरफ घुसेंगे। और ये देखिए बढ़िया अल्टीमेट लगेगा, जरूर डैमेज देते हुए गए हैं सजी का इस्तेमाल, लेकिन को डैमेज आता हुआ दिखेगा। डेडली मैजिक का इस्तेमाल किया है और बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से टूटी पंच उनकी तरफ से बढ़िया डैमेज आता हुआ। ये देखिए लगातार डैमेज देते हुए और बढ़िया मैं कहूँगा कि वो डैमेज बहुत उम्दा। फ्रूट पंच इस समय 401 यानी कि वो स्कोर की तरह चल रहे हैं, लेकिन डेडली मैजिक लगेगा जरूर इस बार गॉड के ऊपर। क्या वो बच पाएंगे? जी यस, बिल्कुल एक एचपी में बचेंगे। वो शील्ड आएगा मटिंडा का, वो पैसे के द्वारा बच गए। गॉड ने हार मान ली थी, वहां पे खड़े हुए थे सीधा कि इंतजार कर रहे थे कि कब अब जो डेथ है उनको गले लगाएगी, लेकिन मटिल्डा ने बोला आज नहीं मेरे दोस्त।
अभी के लिए जो है शिंड्रा की माटिल्डा ने बोला कि अभी के लिए हम तुम्हें जाने देंगे, रोज तुम जाओगे लेकिन जो है रिकॉल मार के जाओगे, मौत के द्वारा जो बेस की तरफ वापस बिल्कुल नहीं जाओगे। तो वो चीज यहाँ पे देखने को मौका है। उम्मीद की किरण माटिल्डा बोले यहाँ पे लेके आ गई, अच्छी खासी उनका सपोर्ट हमें देखने को मौका दिया गया। उसके साथ यहाँ पे एक फिर से फोक जो यहाँ पे शुरू हो चुका है। यहाँ पे फर्स्ट का स्ट्राइक शुरू होगा, अपने टर्रेट को जो है बचाने की पूरा कोशिश किया जा रहा है। तो फाइट काफी इंटरेस्टिंग चल रहा है। यहाँ पे देखिए टर्रेट को बचाने में सक्षम तो नहीं हुआ, हाँ, लेकिन थोड़ा सा जो है डैमेज के द्वारा जो पीछे की तरफ उनको एनिमीज को ढकलने में सक्षम जरूर हुआ है। इसके साथ साथ यहाँ पे आप देखिए फाइट का सिचुएशन फिर से जो है वापस आ चुका है। तो शिंडा राइट नाउ सिचुएशन जो चल रहा है वो यहाँ पे दोनों टीम अच्छे खेल रहे हैं। यहाँ पे अगर टर्रेट की देखेंगे तो दोनों टीम का जो बॉटल का टर्रेट है ना वो जा चुका है ऑलमोस्ट, बस इनर टर्रेट जो वो बचा हुआ है। तो दोनों टीम की तरफ से फाइट काफी अच्छा आ रहा है। किल्स भी 7 और 6 की भी जो है यहाँ पे चल रहा है, ज्यादा गैप नहीं चल रहा है। इसके साथ लॉर्ड जो डांस जो अभी शुरू हो चुका है शिंडा।
बिल्कुल ये देखिए डैमेज देते हुए देखेंगे मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल, वो बादशाह को मेल्ट डाउन करने का प्रयास करेंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पे ओवरऑल की बात करें ना आप सिर्फ यहाँ पे यूटिलिटी वेस्ट कर रहे हैं बादशाह के ऊपर। इससे बढ़िया है कि आप एमएम को कहीं टारगेट करिए तो अभी आपका जो स्थिति बन सकता है। और ये देखिए स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल, मॉस को थोड़ा सा तेज हो रहे थे कि स्ट्रक्चर को बढ़त बना ले और स्प्लिट पुश की तैयारी कर रहे थे, लेकिन उनको रोका जाएगा मैच के द्वारा। दूसरी साइड की बात करें तो अभी भी लॉर्ड के लिए टीम जो है वो फाइट होती हुई जाएगी, जोन आउट करने का प्रयास करते हुए दिख रहे हैं। और मॉस्को को बहुत ज़्यादा डैमेज लगा है, उनको पीछे हटना पड़ेगा, रिकॉल करना पड़ेगा। दूसरी साइड से फूबियस उनका भी आगमन हो गया, अंदर की तरफ जाते हुए देखेंगे मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल, लेकिन उसी के साथ वो लॉर्ड मिलेगा जरूर, लेकिन ब्यूटी पंच वो पीछे है। और ये देखिए एक और किल मिलेगा उनकी नजरों के हाथ में। ईटो आएंगे जरूर, टीम फाइट ज्वाइन करी है मॉस्को और यहाँ पे मॉस किल लेते हुए जाएंगे फ्रूट पंच। कमाल का फ्लेवर जहाँ पे जो है डिलीवर करते हुए, और उसी के साथ उनका जो डैमेज है वो बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से पॉप अप होता हुआ आ रहा है। और बात करें स्कोर की, अभी 602 है। एक बार भी वो बोल सकते हैं कि शटडाउन नहीं दिया गया उनको, जिसके कारण ना उनका जो फार्म है वो भी काफी अच्छी तरीके से हो गया है। अपने टीम में सबसे ज्यादा गोल लेके चल रहे हैं, ऑलमोस्ट आखिरी आइटम उनका बनने वाला है। और आखिरी आइटम की बात करें तो शायद से वो यहाँ पे विंड ऑफ नेचर की तरफ जाते हुए हमें दिखेंगे, और विंड ऑफ नेचर आएगा तो मॉस्को से जो खतरा है वो भी कम हो जाएगा। उनका थोड़ा सा एयर स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, और लेकिन बचते हुए निकलेंगे वहां पे मॉस्को।
शिंडा यहाँ पे राइट नाउ ब्रूनो जो है एक गेम चेंजर बन चुका है ब्लैक मिट्स के लिए, जहाँ पे हम लोग उम्मीद कर रहे थे कि मॉस्को जो है वहाँ पे गेम चेंजिंग करने की जो है एक उम्मीद रख सकते हैं। सिचुएशन ऐसा है कि आपको मॉस्को को जो फार्मिंग की बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरत है। अगर मॉस्को जो है यहाँ पे फार्म करते हैं तो एक गेम निकल सकता है, क्योंकि लॉर्ड जो है अब इजिली डिपेंड हो जाएगा, इतना कुछ प्रेशर आएगा नहीं। ये फर्स्ट लॉर्ड है, सेकंड लॉर्ड है, तो इतना कुछ प्रेशर ज्यादा देंगे नहीं। बट स्टिल सिचुएशन ऐसा आ चुका है कि अगर मॉस्को का भी फार्म नहीं मिलता तो गेम कभी भी जो है पलट सकता है ब्लैक मिट्स की तरफ से।
ये बिल्कुल। और मिड का जो स्ट्रक्चर अभी भी खड़ा हुआ है ना, वहाँ पे थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो रही है। जब तक वो मिड का स्ट्रक्चर टूटेगा नहीं, तब तक थोड़ा आपका जंगल जो है वो एक्सपेंशन होगा नहीं। और इसी बात का थोड़ा सा एडवांटेज यहाँ पे लेती हुई दिखेगी टीम। अंदर की तरफ जाएंगे, डैमेज देते हुए सजेंगे इस्तेमाल, लेकिन इस बार खत्म किया जाएगा। और टावर के अंदर बहुत जल्दी चलेगा यार, थोड़ा वेट करना चाहिए था आपको, थोड़ा वेट आउट करवाने का प्रयास करना चाहिए था। और एस्मेराल्डा वहां पे धाराशायी होंगी, जिसके कारण अब आउट नंबर हो चुके हैं आप। आपको थोड़ा अब यहाँ पे जो है सावधानी रखनी पड़ेगी। कोशिश आपकी तरफ से आती हुई जरूर दिख सकती है। और देखिए बाक्शिया वहां पे लगेंगे जरूर, मटिल्डा को पकड़ेंगे, इस बार डैमेज देने का प्रयास कर सकते हैं। सर्जिंग ईगल आता हुआ दिखेगा जी, बिल्कुल इस बार यहाँ पे अल्टीमेट लगाया, लेकिन वो पीछे हटती हुई दिखी। उनको पता था कि अगर ज्यादा आगे जाएंगे दिक्कत हो सकती है। मिड का टरेट अभी भी खड़ा हुआ है लगातार, उसके ऊपर प्रहार थोड़ा सा होता हुआ दिखेगा। और ये देखिए एनिमेशन कंप्लीट होते हुए जाएंगे। विंड ऑफ नेचर यहाँ पे बना रहे थे, दोनों ही एमएम के पास अब विंड ऑफ नेचर है, जिसके कारण ये फाइट जो है काफी ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होती हुई जाएगी कि विंड ऑफ नेचर कौन पहले यूज करेगा और किस तरीके से ये फाइट यहाँ पे डिलीवर होती हुई जा रही है। थोड़ा सा मॉस्को के ऊपर ध्यान रखते हुए दिख रही है टीम, और हाले वहां पे मौजूदा हैं, तो शायद मॉस्को को ले सकते हैं। स्पीयर ऑफ मिजरी आएगा जरूर वहां पे, और कनेक्ट होगा यहाँ पे एसओडी। डेडली मैजिक का इस्तेमाल जरूर किया, लेकिन थोड़ा लेट हो गए। और बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से वो कैलकुलेट किया उन्होंने। अब उनके पास एडवांटेज है, लॉर्ड लेने होगी। रैटरी आपकी टीम के पास अब है नहीं, आप चाह के भी लॉर्ड फाइट ले नहीं सकते उस समय, तो आपको पीछे हटना पड़ेगा। देखिए मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल जरूर किया जाएगा, लेकिन उसको यहाँ पे डिनाई किया गया है फोबियस के द्वारा। एयर स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल वो मिनर्स को रोकने के लिए करेंगे जरूर। उसी के साथ साथ ये लॉर्ड जो है टीम होप स्पोर्ट्स उनके पास जाता हुआ दिख रहा है। जोन आउट काफी बढ़िया आता हुआ गॉड की तरफ से। और आई थिंक यहाँ पे इजिली ये लॉर्ड मिल गया है अब उनको। ये स्थिति थोड़ी सी खराब हो सकती है, थोड़ा सा आपको डिफेंड करना पड़ेगा, बहुत संभल के खेलना पड़ेगा। मतलब मॉस्को को किसी भी तरीके से आपको टारगेट करना पड़ेगा। हाल ले वो लगाते हैं अल्टीमेट, और एक फर्स्ट किल उनका अगर कनेक्ट हो जाए तो मॉस्को जरूर धाराशायी हो सकते हैं वहां पे। लेकिन आपके लिए बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर है यहाँ पे इस समय कि किस तरीके से इस फाइट को लेना है। वो स्लो डाउन इतना ज्यादा है, मेज का भी स्लो डाउन पड़ता है, जिसके कारण आप कुछ ज्यादा कर नहीं सकते हैं। मटिल्डा वहाँ पे मौजूदा रहती है अपना सर्जिंग लगाने के लिए, जिसके कारण मोबिलिटी टीम्स के पास काफी अच्छी खासी यहाँ पे रहती है। जैसे कि स्किल डॉज करने के लिए उनको एक एडवांटेज मिल जाता है। और देखिए पीछे से आते हुए दिखेंगे एस्मेराल्डा, कोशिश रहेगी उनको पकड़ने की। दूसरी साइड से मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल, जोन आउट किया जाएगा पूरे ही रूप से। बॉटम लेन से लॉर्ड अभी भी मार्च करता हुआ, और वो डिफेंड कर पाना बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल है, लेकिन वो ज़रूरी भी है कि उस लॉर्ड को रोका जाए फटाफट से।
जी बिल्कुल शिंदे, यहाँ पे अगर लॉर्ड को रोका नहीं गया तो बॉट लाइन का टारगेट जो इजीली जो है मेल डाउन हो जाएगा। लॉर्ड का एचपी अभी भी काफी ज्यादा है, तो अगर यहाँ पे एंगेज होते हैं और होप स्पोर्ट्स जो यहाँ पे एंगेजमेंट लेते हैं राइट नाउ फाइट के लिए, तो दिक्कत है। इसके साथ एक फाइट हमें देखने को मौका दिया जाएगा, पीछे की तरफ वापस नहीं आने देंगे, बरास को यहाँ पे धराशायी किया जाएगा। लॉर्ड का एचपी अभी 20% बचा हुआ है, तो यहाँ पे राइट नाउ सिचुएशन ऐसा चल रहा है कि गेम जो कभी भी किसी भी मोमेंट्स में खत्म हो सकता है, क्योंकि मॉस्को भी जो टॉप लाइन से पुश कर थोड़ी यूज किया गया था, लेकिन वो मिस होते हुए गया। लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन फाइट जो सिचुएशन में चल रहा है अभी गेम जरूर खत्म होने की संभावना पूरा रखते हैं यहाँ पे होप स्पोर्ट्स।
वो डैमेज आता हुआ दिखेगा, बिल्कुल काफी ज्यादा डैमेज। दोनों पीछे हटेंगे, स्ट्रक्चर आपके दोनों टूटेंगे, इन्वेटेड टरेट 2 मिल चुके हैं, तो लॉर्ड लेने का फायदा जरूर यहाँ पे हो चुका है टीम होप स्पोर्ट्स को। अब बार बार टीम ब्लैकमेट्स उनको वापस आना पड़ेगा बेस की तरह, वो क्लियर आउट करने के लिए मिड की तरफ भी जाते हुए देखेंगे, डैमेज देते हुए देखेंगे। मिस्टिक इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, वो मेल डाउन करने का प्रयास, लेकिन यहाँ पे प्यूरीफाई आएगा। उसी के साथ अच्छा खासा डैमेज आता हुआ दिखेगा। ब्रूनो का मेल डाउन कर दिया, ये ऑलमोस्ट बचे हैं, अभी पीछे हटे हैं। एस्मेराल्डा थोड़ा सा और दिक्कत देना चाहती हैं। दूसरी साइड की बात करें तो ये स्ट्राइक का इस्तेमाल करते हुए सीधा उस मिनियन को खत्म किया जाएगा। अभी मिड लेन से दोबारा से मिनियन का मार्च आएगा जरूर, लेकिन टीम इस समय जो है वो पीछे हट चुकी है, क्योंकि लॉर्ड का आगमन कुछ देर में होने वाला है, और उसके लिए टीम जो है फटाफट से फार्म कलेक्ट करते हुए अपनी जो भी रिसोर्सेज हैं उसको फटाफट बोल सकते हैं कलेक्ट करते हुए दिखेंगी, एक एडवांटेज क्रिएट करने के लिए। 29 सेकेंड्स में यहाँ पे लॉर्ड आ रहा है। जय
जी बिल्कुल, यहाँ पे राइट नाउ सिचुएशन ऐसा है कि यहाँ पे अगर शुंडा ब्लैक स्मिथ को जो अगर कोई जो है ना ब्लैक स्मिथ को यहाँ से गेम से कर सकता है, वो है सिर्फ राइट नाउ ब्रूनो।
तो ब्रूनो को काफी ज्यादा सेफ खेलना पड़ेगा। इसी के साथ साथ जो यहाँ पे ब्रूनो को ये गेम निकालने में मदद करना पड़ेगा अपने टीम को। अगर ब्रूनो ही पहले बारी में ही धराशायी हो जाते तो काफी ज्यादा दिक्कत का सामना करना पड़ जाएगा यहाँ पे ब्लैक विंग्स को, क्योंकि अभी ये गेम जो है एमएम और मेज के हाथ में रह गया है। आप फ्रंट लाइनर फाइट जरूर कर सकते हैं, लेकिन गेम चेंजिंग यहाँ पे सिर्फ एमएम कर सकते हैं शिनरा।
जी बिल्कुल, लेट गेम में एमएम के ऊपर ही बोल सकती कि यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा उनके ऊपर थोड़ा सा वो रहता है कोशिश। और देखिए मिस्टिक गस का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, बहुत ज़्यादा डैमेज उनका पीछे हटाया जाएगा लॉर्ड के ऊपर। फिर दोबारा से बढ़त बना चुकी है टीम होप ई स्पोर्ट्स, और यहाँ से डिफेंड कर पाना बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल रहेगा। पिछले बार इनविजिटर थे जिसके कारण आपके पास एक प्रेशर थोड़ा सा कम था, लेकिन अब वो प्रेशर और ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा क्योंकि इनविजिटर ट्रेड अब आपके पास नहीं है, सिर्फ मिड का बचा है। वो भी आई थिंक इस मिनियन वेव के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा। अब इनहांस मिनियन जो आएंगे आप उसका क्या करेंगे? उसको बचाने के लिए आपको कुछ ना कुछ यहाँ पे रणनीति अपनानी पड़ेगी। फार्स आपके पास जरूर है, लेकिन कितनी एयर स्ट्राइक आप दे पाएंगे, कितनी कनेक्ट हो पाएगी, वो देखने वाली बात है। उसी के साथ जो टीम है वो यहाँ पे वापसी करती हुई दिखेगी, डैमेज देने का प्रयास अंदर की तरफ जाएंगी और मिस्टिक गर्ल पूरा मेल्टडाउन किया जाएगा। अक्षया यहाँ पे फिनिश ऑफ हो चुके हैं। लॉर्ड फाइनली जो है थोड़ा सा बोल सकते हैं कि बचता हुआ दिखा है। और ये देखिए प्लेन क्लियर आउट करने का प्रयास, फ्लिकर का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा वहाँ पे उनको, पीछे हटें। दूसरी साइड की बात करें तो मिनियंस जो है अभी भी आ रहे हैं, लेकिन किसी तरीके से बोल सकते हैं कि थोड़ा सा आपने डिफेंड कर लिया, लेकिन पीछे की तरफ आते हुए देखेंगे सर्जिंग का इस्तेमाल हो सकता है बेस की तरफ यहाँ पे वो डैमेज लगाते हुए। और उसी के साथ होप ई स्पोर्ट्स उनकी तरफ से कमाल का गेम प्ले आता हुआ मैंने के सारे इस गेम को एंड किया और आगे अपनी जो है सफर वो उसका जो है परिणाम आगे की तरफ बढ़ाती हुई। उसी के साथ ब्लैक मिथ उनका सफर आज यहाँ पे खत्म होता हुआ दिखेगा। लोअर ब्रैकेट से भी जो है ये बाहर होते हुए जाएंगे। और उसी के साथ आज के ये मैचेस यहाँ पे खत्म होते हुए गए हैं जय। मैचेस जिस तरीके से गए काफी काबिले तारीफ मैं कहूंगा, और बहुत ही मैं कहूंगा कि यहाँ पे जिस तरीके से होप ने खेला ना, बहुत काम एंड कलेक्टिव को भी मैं बोलूंगा कि अननेसेसरी फाइट नहीं ली। थोड़ा सा गेम बोल सकते हैं कि बीच में लड़खड़ाया, लेकिन उसको बहुत ही इजीली जो है आपने कवर अप किया। फिर उसके बाद जो डिसिप्लिन गेम प्ले आया उनकी तरफ से वो कमाल का। और ये देखिए गॉड का वो जो पोक आ रहा था ना गॉड की तरफ से, वो काबिल तारीफ। वो मिस्टिक गज लगातार उनको जो है मेल्ट डाउन कर रहा था, और बहुत ही बढ़िया ये फाइट्स यहाँ पे जाती हुई गई।
जी बिल्कुल, ये तो शिनरा मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि गॉड जो है आजकल कुछ थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा एनोइंग लगने लगा है मुझे। जब भी रैंक भी खेलता है कुछ भी खेलता है, गॉड जब लिया जाता है तो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि भाई कोई ऐसा हीरो लो जो गॉड को जाके इजीली जो है यहाँ पे उनको मौत की गार्ड कर सके। यहाँ पे एक टाइम ऐसा लग रहा था कि जो है टीम दूसरा वाला जीतने वाला है, लेकिन यहाँ पे सिचुएशन को चेंज कर दिया होप ने। लिटरली होप जो है यहाँ पे वापस ला दिया। काफी इंटरेस्टिंग यहाँ पे गेम प्ले एमएम का उतना कुछ खास नहीं था, लेकिन टीम्स जो कॉम्बिनेशन था वो बहुत ही बढ़िया था इस बार।
जी बिल्कुल, और उसी के साथ ये विक्ट्री यहाँ पे लेती हुई गई है टीम होप ई स्पोर्ट्स। आज इस मैच को जीतते हुए जाएंगे। और बात करें फ्रूट पंच, उनकी तरफ से कमाल का गेम प्ले आया था, वो डैमेज जरूर दिख रहा था। और यही मैं बात कर रहा था कि अगर मार्क नहीं कर पाएंगे हाले तो दिक्कत आएगी। उसी के साथ देवी सचनो आज के ये मैचेस यहाँ पे खत्म हो चुके हैं, लेकिन एक सरप्राइज जो है वो कभी खत्म नहीं होता। सरप्राइज हमेशा बने रहते हैं, और आज भी जो है वो सरप्राइज बना रहेगा आप सभी के लिए। आज जो है भैया होने वाले हैं 500 डायमंड्स का गिव अवे, और उसी के लिए आपको करना क्या है आप सभी जानते होंगे गिव अवे। अगर जो लोग नहीं जानते, जो लोग न्यू है उनको बता दूं, आपको एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क गिव अवे टाइप करना है। तो पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए इस गिव अवे में आपका नाम जो है वो स्पिन व्हील की तरफ आएगा, और लास्ट में 5 यानी कि जो 5 बंदे रहेंगे उनको मिलेगा 100 डाइस ईच। जी बिल्कुल, और उसी के लिए आप सभी जो है फटाफट से रेडी कर लीजिए और फटाफट से लाइक कर दीजिए स्ट्रीम को। अगर आप नए हैं सब्सक्राइब करिए, शेयर कर दीजिए अपने फ्रेंड्स लोगों को। जितने ज्यादा बंदे रहेंगे ना भाई उतना ज्यादा मजा आता है। और एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क गिव अवे टाइप करना ना भूले पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए। और हाँ, उसकी एंट्री होगी जिसने सब्सक्राइब किया, तो भूलना नहीं। सब्सक्राइब अगर आप नहीं करोगे तो आपका जो है, और लाइक नहीं करोगे तो आपका एंट्री जो है वो नहीं आ पाएगा। तो लाइक करना भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, फटाफट से लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करो, और एंट्री के लिए फटाफट से एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क गिव अवे टाइप करिए दोस्तों। और आपका जो नेम है यहाँ पे आता हुआ दिखेगा हमको कुछ ही देर में स्क्रीन की तरफ, और स्पिन व्हील की तरफ से जो है हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे कुछ ही देर में गिव अवे। 5 मिनट है आपके पास, फटाफट से रेडी कर लीजिए क्योंकि 9:45 पे हम लोग जो है यहाँ पे स्टार्ट कर देंगे ये गिव अवे का आनंद। तो फटाफट से कर दीजिए दोस्तों। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क गिव अवे आपको ऐसे टाइप करना है और जितने जल्दी फटाफट से आप टाइप करेंगे उतने ही आपके चांसेस बन सकते हैं। लक कैसा रहेगा वो देखने वाली बात रहेगी। तो लगता है कि मैं भी टाइप कर लेता हूँ भाई फटाफट से। कल भी टाइप किया था, कल एसटीजी निकला जैसे ही उन्होंने मेरे को भी निकलवा दिया अपना जो है ब्लैक मैजिक यूज़ करके। लेकिन आज देखते हैं किसकी किस्मत चमकने वाली है। क्या
भाई
लगता है जय?
एसटीजी का ब्लैक मैजिक इज रियल भाई, एसटीजी का ब्लैक मैजिक इज रियल। काला जादू वाला
ये
डॉक्टर आइए
चलिए
गई भाई।
देखिए नाम यहाँ पे आते हुए हमें दिखेंगे। फटाफट से 3 मिनट्स है दोस्तों, फटाफट से कर लीजिए टाइप अगर आपने अभी तक टाइप नहीं किया। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क टाइप गिव अवे और उसी के साथ-साथ आपको जो है वीडियो लाइक करनी है, सब्सक्राइब करना है चैनल को और उसी आपको जो है मौका मिलेगा इस गिव अवे में ये जीतने का। आपकी किस्मत कितनी अच्छी होने वाली है आज पता लगेगा दोस्तों। फटाफट से कर लीजिए एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क गिव अवे, तभी आपकी जो है एंट्री वो ली जाएगी। और ध्यान रखिएगा कि वहाँ पे गैप ना हो, अगर गैप होगा बीच में तो दिक्कत हो सकती है, आपकी एंट्री हो सकती है कि छूट जाए। उस बात का ध्यान रखना ना भूलें दोस्तों। मैं भी फटाफट से कर लेता हूँ भैया, क्या पता मैं जीत जाऊँ इस बार।
भैया मैंने तो कर लिया है, क्या पता आज एसटीजी नहीं है तो नजर जो है, नजर इज रियल, वो ना लगे। और क्या पता शिंदा पहली इतने दिनों पहली कास्टिंग पे जो है, क्या पता हम भी जो है 100 डायमंड्स जो है जीतने की मौका मिले। चलिए 100 डायमंड्स पे हम क्या ही करेंगे, 100 डायमंड्स लेंगे और शिंडा को गिफ्ट करेंगे। इमोट है शिंडा, इतना तो कर ही सकते
बिल्कुल,
हैं।
बिल्कुल। मेरे को जितना गिफ्ट कर सकते हो कर दो दोस्तों। और देखिए यहाँ पे फटाफट से सारे के सारे नाम आज आ गए हैं भाई। कल के जो नाम थे ना, जो कल निकले थे बंदे, उनके भी नाम यहाँ पे हैं और आज देखते हैं कि आज वो टिक पाएँगे या नहीं दोस्तों। और उसी के साथ 2 मिनट रहने वाले हैं दोस्तों, 2 मिनट में हम लोग कर देंगे चालू। जो अभी तक नहीं आया है तो फटाफट से आ जाइए, अपना नाम एक बार देख लीजिए कि रजिस्टर हो चुका है या नहीं। अगर नहीं हुआ है तो ध्यान रखने का कि एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क के बाद गैप ना हो। गिव अवे आपको टाइप करना है, वीडियो को लाइक करना है, शेयर करना है, सब्सक्राइब करना है और जुड़े रहना है ऐसे ही गिव अवे, ऐसे ही टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए। हुक गेमिंग को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। और देखा जाए जय भाई, नाम वगैरह फटाफट से आने लगे हैं, सब के सब यहाँ पे देखिए बढ़ते हुए दिख रहे हैं। 1
जी
मिनट
बिल्कुल,
चालू
मैंने भी
होने में
अपना नाम
दोस्तों,
डाल ही
1
दिया है
मिनट
शिंडा,
पहले।
आपका नाम मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है यहाँ पे। मैंने तो अपना नाम डाल ही दिया, गिव अवे पे आपका नाम नहीं दिख रहा है भाई। गिव अवे जहाँ पे हो, वहाँ पे जरूरत हो ना हो, नाम तो जरूर आना चाहिए। वो चीज जो है
मेरा
यहाँ पे
है
भाई
देखो
जरूर, ये भूलिएगा मत।
देखो देखो जय भाई, डारला और प्रतीका के बीच में है देखो मेरा नेम।
अच्छा, अरे भाई मैं इतना ऊपर कभी जिंदगी में पहली बार भाई, स्कूल कॉलेज में तो कभी हो नहीं पाया। पहली बार मुझे थर्ड होने की मौका मिला है भाई। यहाँ पे टॉप पे थर्ड पे मेरा ही नाम है भाई। मैं तो सरप्राइज हो गया, स्कूल कॉलेज वालों ने तो दिया नहीं, लेकिन चलो भाई, मुझे इस बार पहली बार थर्ड होने की मौका मिला है। लोग फर्स्ट होने से खुश होते हैं, आज हम थर्ड होके खुश हो रहे हैं शिंदा। और जैसे कि हम
जी।
देख पा रहे हैं, आप तो मेरे नीचे ही है, मतलब आपका नाम तो मेरा नीचे ही है, ऑलवेज ऑलवेज। कोई नहीं होता है।
अरे ये देखिए यहाँ पे 1 मिनट रह गया और चलिए स्टार्ट हो जाएगा अब। गिव अवे की एंट्री बंद हो चुकी है दोस्तों। जिन लोगों ने यहाँ पे एंट्री कर ली है, इनमें से अब स्टार्ट करेंगे यहाँ से फटाफट निकालना और एक एक करके बंदे निकलेंगे। लास्ट में जो 5 बंदे रहेंगे वो निकलेंगे और इसी के साथ पोसाइडी गेमिंग आपका सफर खत्म होता हुआ दोस्त आज की गिव अवे के लिए आप होंगे बाहर। और ये डाला यहाँ पे,
ओ ओ
भाई
ओ ओ
साहब
ओ
मेरे
ओ
ऊपर जस आ रहा था, बच गया मैं यहाँ पे। और
मैं भी
देखते
बची
हैं
यार।
इसी के साथ एलेनोर वो भी बाहर होते हुए जाएंगे और इसी के साथ यहाँ पे मोची चान ट्वर्क, उनका ट्वर्क आज भी नहीं चलेगा, कल भी नहीं चला था और आज भी नहीं चला। और इसी के साथ इससे बाहर हो गए हैं। क्या खुशी की बात, इतना खुशी भाई मेरे को आज तक नहीं हुआ, कल एसटीजी के निकलने पे नहीं हुआ। उसी के साथ सेलेस्टियल ट्विन लाइट आपका भी सफर खत्म होता हुआ मेरे दोस्त, आप भी हो गए हैं बाहर।
भाई मेरा
जय जय जय
ओ
जय जय।
ओ
अरे उसी के साथ
बच गए गुडू, गुडू बच गए।
और ये देखिए DML24, सॉरी दोस्त आपका भी सफर यहाँ पे खत्म होता हुआ। उसी के साथ साकू प्लेस आपका भी सफर आज खत्म हो चुका है मेरे दोस्त। जय 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 जय। और उसी के साथ एसमरे वो भी खत्म होते हुए यहाँ पे जाएंगे,
भाई
बाहर होते
साहब,
हुए
मेरे ही नाम पे आके सब क्यों जा रहा है भाई?
और
मेरे ही नाम पे आके शिंदा ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है?
विनी भैया आप भी
मेरा
अब
ही
हो
नाम
गए,
क्यों
आप
आ रहा है?
मोनिका के साथ ही खेलिए। ममता शर्मा आप भी बाहर होती हुई और ये काफी यहाँ पे बोल सकते हैं कांटे की टक्कर चल रही है। उसी के साथ डी
भाई
एंड
शिंदा कब
आप भी
बाहर होगा? शिंदा
तो
कब बाहर
कौन
होगा?
है। और ये देखिए यहाँ पे पवन पवन जी भी बाहर हो गए हैं।
मैं
काफी
जीतू ना
क्लोज
जीतू,
मैच
शिंदा को
चल
जीतना नहीं
रहा है।
चाहिए। मैं जीतू ना जीतू, शिंदा नहीं जीतना चाहिए।
अभी बाहर हो चुकी है। लेट्स सी कौन निकलने वाला है दोस्तों। और उसी के साथ अंकित चैन,
शिंदा,
अंकिया चांद
शिंदा,
कर
शिंदा,
निकल चुके हैं
शिंदा,
और उसी के
शिंदा का नाम
साथ
आना चाहिए। व्यूअर्स कमेंट शिंदा, शिंदा के नाम
लेट्स
आना
सी
चाहिए।
और सूर्यांशी भी बाहर हो चुकी है। आज भैया मेरी किस्मत चमकने वाली है दोस्तों, और हमें जो है मिल चुके हैं 5
नहीं
विनर।
चमकेगा भाई।
5 विनर मिल चुके हैं हमको दोस्त।
अबे यार,
ये 5 विनर बन चुके हैं।
अबे
आज है
यार,
शिप्रा,
एक और
जय,
स्पिन करो, एक और स्पिन किया जाए,
साहिल।
एक और स्पिन किया जाए, शिंदे को निकाला जाए।
अब नहीं निकल पाएगा दोस्त, ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं। और आज ये, अरे आज तो ये गेम एक्स लेजेंड MLB आप भी जीत चुके हैं, कल निकल गए थे मेरे को याद है। और शिवम वर्मा, आपको भी कांग्रेचुलेशंस, आप भी जीत चुके हैं। उसके साथ साथ जायरो गॉड जो है वो भी जीत चुके हैं। तो आप सभी को कांग्रेचुलेशंस, आज जो है आप जीत चुके हैं 100 डायमंड्स हुक गेमिंग पे। और ये जो है फटाफट से आपको मिल जाएंगी जब ये टूर्नामेंट एंड होगा, उसके
क्या
विनिंग
बात है
2 वीक्स के अंदर।
आते ही 100
तब तक
डायमंड्स भाई, बोला था ना,
आज
नजर इज
आज की
रियल। एसटीजी नहीं है,
किस्मत
नजर
आज
इज
मेरी
रियल।
बहुत अच्छी है। एसटीजी जो है वो भाई हमारे बैड लक है, अगली बार से उनको नहीं बुलाएंगे हम गिव अवे पे। मजाक कर रहा हूँ दोस्तों,
भाई
जो एंड तक रहता है वो उनको मिलता है। लेकिन आज का ये सफर यहाँ पे खत्म होता हुआ आप सभी से लेना चाहेंगे विदा आज के लिए। मिलते हैं आपको नेक्स्ट मैच में, नेक्स्ट तड़कते भड़कते कास्टिंग के साथ। तब तक के लिए लेंगे आप सभी से आज के लिए इजाजत, और आप सभी को शुभ रात्रि।
Does not mean you keep making missed calls, man. You gotta lock in because it's not looking good. Masraf also going with the chassis folder. I feel like they're rushing the item too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's rough, it's rough. What are they doing? What are you doing? Why are you clumping up like that for an
That Queen's
Atlas
Wings is gonna be able
Alapo?
to save them out. Lord spawned in. Guinevere, I don't think she's in a position to make a steal. Terrible Tito, man. He's taking a lot of damage from the Lord himself, but at the same time, there's going to be Zushing popping in. Benedict are going and taking away Fab, the main core damage dealer. And this might be over for the side of Ice Watch Shut. They lose their main DPS. And right now, Purple Hazy also gets knocked. And finally, Bruno gets a kill with the footballs bouncing in. And here comes the Zushin. God is taken away.
Specialize on melting down the Lord. Selena for the mage, way too much single target. Her minion clearing isn't efficient as ever, but with this the Matilda also goes in, the circling eagle comes up, uses it up just to move behind, but this Yarlord also trying to defend, a lot of damage onto the base, but look at that, finally Abyss gets caught off guard, gets taken down, the double kill, a triple kill for Kuni, 3 members by him, but then look at the damage coming in by the Mystic. Gosh, so that's the Zaman Forest, they were trying really hard, but then really hard defense for as the game goes late. I think so they'll be able to trade off much unless and until it is Team Espadas who do some major mistake. But we do see the Harith being caught off guard right out there by the Polito with the flicker play with a heavy spin. A beautiful kill as Vices gets shot down right there. Selena is next to follow. And just look at the amount of shield the Harith is getting at this point. He's kind of unkillable. And even they know, even the Claude is having a hard time. Does not have enough gold to build down his Trinity to even melt down anyone at this point.
Let's see what will be happening. This will be a double kill. Masha falls down. Triple onto the group prize. Will be a Mania coming in. Asian Chin gonna get the payday of the veteran, as well as it will be a Savage, but Esmeralda not gonna give that chance to Shiroya Yuki. But it will be Megatron finishing it up with the victory at Hook Gaming Showdown. From
Just
one
Aura
down.
walking around the map at this point, and Baksha is kind of completely calmed up. Just look at the Claude already with the golden staff, and once again we might see some skirmish.
Is coming in for another invasion. Now Veteran is getting chunked down. 3 falls down there. Hylos goes in for the final blow. Black Dragon emerges, but is getting a lot of damage from the air, but Happy goes down. Blazing Grid comes in. Look at the Claude. Oh my goodness. A little bit of overextension. Will be punishing. And now we see
Meteor is
Goto
about to
double on.
get busted as well. The Lord still marching in, and this is not at all a Luminous Lord. Not at all an Infernal Lord. It's a Luminous Lord. It does have the sustain. Look at it. Lord is getting all those damages, but it will get defended for sure. But the spatial migration with the Alpha goes in there. Look at the damage coming in from the behind. It's Kyra, but it will be a slain onto Linkin Park. Bazooka fire. Double kill Krolo. Kyra goes down as well. That will be the inhibitor securance. And now you just have 2 of the members remaining. Can you defend it all the way? But that will be another stun coming in. Bakshi is getting busted down. Immortality popped up. Lilia comes in for the burst. And this will be the high loss falling down. But Lilia does have some sense here. Will be taking out, but the lockdown or the base is happening. And One Soul Legacy with an epic comeback. From a deficit to a win.